Cherry! Welcome, everyone. Welcome. And we're back in Nodcry, and we're continuing the story. Today, I think I'm going to be using my Chaska team, because last time we saw the giant gun go, so I have to use my own big gun. So, let's begin, shall we? Now, we're supposed to return to Lauma with our intel. Oh, wait, I almost forgot. I have to adjust the volume. I almost forgot about that. I almost had another audio situation. Let me just... There, that's better. I usually turn down the volume when I'm doing my farming and just my general day-to-day. Okay, so I forgot to do that adjustments. Still, regardless, as today we're going to be seeing what the next step of the Wild Hunt is, and we learned some interesting information. I am kind of fascinated about the idea that potentially our sibling might be a clone or some kind of thing. And welcome, Viridian, my most loyal watcher. Welcome. Welcome. We are back here, and I have a cowgirl with a big gun and a bow and arrow. Da 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 da. You relate the gist of the comms. Relate the stuff to the dam's left.
The Raker of Solnari. I've never heard that name before.
Oh, it's a very, very dangerous individual.
Let's keep this news confidential for the time being. It would only cause even more panic amongst the people of Nodcry.
Yeah, I can understand that.
But if this Rarier is as you describe, he will be a truly formidable opponent if we try to take him on by our strength alone.
Yeah, we're going to have to get some allies and probably some kind of bullshit.
Yeah, things might be okay if everyone was willing to work together, but right now...
If we don't stick together, we'll be picked off one by one.
Exactly. Whatever the case, let's start by telling those we can get to join up about the crisis.
Oh, hello, Scarbray, over on YouTube. Welcome, welcome.
As it happens, we have our own reasons to protect Nodcry, but even if we didn't, we'd never leave people in the lurch. That ain't our style.
Exactly, we have to help.
Thank you. The Frostmoon Scions will stand with you to prevent this crisis as best we can. In addition, I believe that the relationships between the various factions in this land are not cast in stone.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the main plot of Nodcry. We know for a fact that it is notable for being factions and divided, many different groups vying for power and control. So I think the main story is going to be about convincing each of these factions to work together against the Wild Hunt. So the ones that we know of is obviously the Frostmoon Scions. There's the Tui. I think Aino's workshop counts as another. And there's the Lighthouse Lantern Keeper, so that's another. And I'm pretty sure there's more that I'm missing. Oh, and the Information Broker as a neutral agency.
The winds of change are blowing. And we Scions have nowhere to run. Our faith, our sect, all of it is here.
Yep, when it's your home, you can't exactly run away.
Whether our foe is the Fatui or this Raker, we must stand our ground and remain true to ourselves, even to the last.
Thank you. Thank you, Nauma.
Let's see. Speaking of allies, the Krumkake craft shop is the closest by, right? Enough is sure to help us.
And that's for certain. Now we're going to go get Aino and the whole tech wizard. Well, the kids. Oh, minor distraction. Loot. Loot. Okay, let's see here. So I need to set the mirror. So if I... Let's reset the mirror quick. Yeah, everything's where it should be. So yeah, loot is always good and always welcome. I just... there you are. And there's the other side of this. So let me see here. If I pull this here, then that will push this one there. There, and then I can pull this here. Now push that there, and yeah. Nice and easy. Loot to lead, loot, loot,
Fighting the
loot.
loot is often a cause of conflict, but luckily for you, I don't really need this stuff.
Thanks. Now let's go to the craft shop. Oh, this is such cool design. Like, it's very scrap punk. Punk just like taking the scrap, turning it into stuff, and then utilizing all the complex tech and parts. But it's just very interesting, and just the fact that he made the big gun is also fun.
Friendly approach detected. We meet again.
Hello, Anefa.
Listen! We've got updates on the wild hunt situation.
Now, exposition dump. Activate.
Threat level exceeds expectations.
Yep, that's not the half of it, Anefa.
Huey, doesn't matter if he's the Rahira Solnari or Solari or whatever. One volley from my cannon, and he'll be blown to smithereens!
Unfortunately, I doubt that, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be using the cannon on him. There is no way we're not going to use the big gun to just, boom, blast him.
You were there when we fired it, right? If that isn't the kind of firepower that helps you sleep at night, I don't know what is.
Yes, peace. With overwhelming firepower. If you don't have peace, you need more gun.
True, but the cannon only works against shambling monsters, right? What if Rarir's super fast? Well, we'll just get an effort to go grab him and tie him down.
Yeah, but that might not be possible.
You're not taking this seriously at all, are you?
I'm pretty sure she is. She just is very confident in Anefa.
Anyways, firepower is not a concern. See those canisters over there? That's all concentrated Kubaki, which we'll be shipping to Nasha Town. More than enough ammo in there to blast that Fatui research facility to bits in a single shot.
Yeah, that would be one way to basically threaten the Fatui.
You sure have been looking forward to this battle, huh?
Yeah, I can imagine.
Of course! This is gonna be the shot that shocks the world. All of Notcry, heck, all of Snezhnaya will know my name once we're through.
Yeah. Yep, she might be a bit silly, but she is a genuine threat. Like, that gun would probably cause lots of damage. Hey, Paris, welcome. Welcome to the stream. I hope you like our overlay. Hey, we're currently just going through some stuff. We're talking to a child who made a giant gun. In that case, our firepower needs in your hands. We'll continue to monitor the Wild Hunt's movements.
Sure. Travel safe.
Don't worry, Neff. Don't worry, I know, I will.
I know. There remains intel left on shared.
Oh? She can be quite the danger, it seems. Exactly, Scarbray. Right? Because I think I saw this on like a Reddit thing, but they said that the idea is that the craft workshop is treated as a legit faction, and it's not like a case of, oh, it's a cute kid just doing her thing. No. She made guns. She has a faction. She has people working for her. There's a boss that is basically her minion.
Oh, right. Yeah. Since you're investigating the Wild Hunt, something pretty weird's happened in Nasha Town. Should probably watch out for that once you're back.
Weird how? Weird good? Weird bad? What kind of weird are we talking about?
Remember that Sosi guy? The Ratnik in charge of firing the cannon? He's been found dead in their organization's offices.
Yeah, that's bad news. That is very bad news.
What? Didn't we just see him, like, half a day ago? Yeah, it's still new news. So, not many people are in the know. We were only informed because we'd worked together closely. And even then, only just now.
That's very bad news.
I'll send Anafa over to Nashi Town with some flowers later.
It's fine, I know. I understand.
He seemed like a good guy. Didn't put on any airs despite being a superior officer either.
The data concurs. This gentleman appears to have been one of the most accomplished amongst the Lightkeeper's Sergeant Majors.
The question is this a murder or a murder and replace situation?
His character has also received commendation. Most would have lacked the motivation to fatally attack him.
Yeah, and considering that he was in charge of the gun, the two culprits are likely either the Fatui or the Wild Hunt itself. The entire idea behind it is the fact that the gun is a symbol as much of it as it is a weapon.
Oh, that makes it even worse.
Is Rira actually afraid of the cannon?
Hey, what do you mean actually?
Well, again, he's a sinner, and the sinners are kind of bullshit.
Either way, I'm not clued in on the details. Only Ratniki have been allowed on site to investigate the scene. You'll have to find some way in if you want to check it out for yourselves.
Well, we'll have to do that, I guess.
Got it. Let's go then. You coming along, Anafa?
My tasks are incomplete. The last few batches of ammunition must be randomly inspected. You go ahead.
All right. We'll see you later.
But yeah, that is troubling news.
Batch inspection complete. Approved. Next up.
And what does Ino say randomly?
Hang on. Weren't you supposed to bring me some candy? You said you would. Sorry, but things happen kind of suddenly, so...
Well, I have some candy in my bag, I think. It just might be like 2-3 years old at this point. I never really kept track. But let's get to Nasha Town and see what's going on over there. If it's so, people have reasons to murder him. The most. Oh, hello, Jehoda. I guess this is a miscellanea event.
Huh? That's not the price we agreed on. What do you think you're playing at?
I don't think she ate it.
Dear Miss Yehoda, if you manage to return the object of your next commission intact, then I assure you your reward will be paid in full.
What did you do, Yehoda?
It wasn't my fault. How was I supposed to know a bunch of monsters were gonna jump me out of nowhere and knock me into that river?
I mean, that's kind of certain,
Might
Yehoda.
I also ask that you don't spread so much misinformation to our clients when you're escorting them in the future?
I wasn't spreading misinformation. Most of what I said was based firmly on the truth.
Those are weasel words and you know it.
The master bandit who has stolen from every town and village in Nodcry.
Yep, that was bragging. Really? Really?
That was just me trying to sound cool. No one told me the client was from the Fontaine Guards. She wouldn't stop questioning me the whole way.
Well, you probably could have known.
That woman takes herself too seriously. No sense of humor at all. I can't believe she asked the guild to revoke my membership.
Well, that's
The
just how it
fixer
is.
who protects all of Nasha Town.
Really? Fixer? Come on. You are not associated with the Fixer Association. I'm pretty sure you don't even have any ranking with the Hannah. I mean, maybe you'd be a grade 7, grade 6?
I was talking about Boss Neff. I was telling the client about her.
Regardless, Miss Yehoda, if you wish to take on any more commissions in the future, it would be best.
I know. Be careful what you do and say. Boss Neff's always yammering on at me. But my mouth gets all itchy when I don't use it too long.
Ah, you're one of those types of people, Yehoda.
Perhaps you could take a few pointers from our experienced adventurer here.
Oh yeah, Paimon does most of my talking.
The Traveler? I guess she's not the worst person to learn from. But you're gonna need to wait for me to take this reward back to Boss Neff first. She ain't gonna be happy that it's not the full amount. I feel a lecture coming.
Well, that's what you get, unfortunately, Yehoda. Still, that's another miscellanea added. I like the anecdote they've introduced. Previously, it was sort of just like an event thing, but now they've added it permanently, and it allows for some fun interactions. Makes it feel like the other player characters are part of the world, rather than just not present whenever you're not having them in your party. Which, again, allows for a more immersive experience. Now, how the hell do I get up there? No stairs, not in that direction. And plus, it just allows these fun interactions when you encounter them. My only regret is the fact that some of them I did in the past weren't voiced, so we sort of missed some of the fun, and some of the ones I have now, they probably are voiced, but I don't really have access to all of them. What's that noise? I thought I heard loot. But yeah, see what I mean about the whole scrap punk vibe? This entire place sort of feels like a town that's high-tech, but also cobbled together from bits and pieces. Oh yeah, it is pretty cool. It allows for a more immersive experience, allows you to encounter things, and have these mini storyline bits to better flesh out certain characters. Previously, we had these things called hangout events. Well, we still have them, but they haven't released a new one in a while. I think the main issue with the hangout events was they were big, fancy visual novel styles. Oh, I got close enough. 1 second.
This must be it. Oh, doesn't look like there's any chance of us getting in with that ratnik guarding the door, though. Should we go speak to the guard first?
Might as well try squeezing blood from a stone.
Nefer, hello. Oh, you attractive Egyptian lady.
Never! When did you...
I came over to take a look as soon as I received the news just now. Aino told you about this then?
Yes, while we were passing by the Krumkaka craft shop.
Before we start, shall we see if we've made the same guess?
Looks like the wild hunt is on the move.
Indeed. Quicker than we thought as well.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the bad news.
Keep your eyes peeled for any clues once we get in. No need to jump to conclusions.
Oh. Yep, she's here. Yep, but there's also other bad news, like, we think we have an idea about who might be involved with the wild hunt, and he's a big shot.
But how are we supposed to get in at all?
Sneaking? Breaking entry? Teleport?
Just follow me.
I'm sorry, but we're not open to guests right now.
Again, I do like the outfit. It looks very nice and comfortable. There's good combination of looking cool, but also looking unique in uniform.
Sorry about that. They're here to investigate.
And who the hell are you?
All of them?
The paperwork checks out.
All right then. Enter.
Like, not surprised there that you just happen to have paperwork on you. Well then, let's do this cowboy style. Cowboy. God, I cannot do a Texan accent. Upstairs, briefly relate the information about the sinner. So, okay, the body's still there.
Paimon might have said said this before, Nefer, but you sure do come prepared.
Shishich, my old friend. Fill us in, if you would.
Greetings. If you would allow me.
Of course, go for it. What is the sitch?
The murder happened not long ago. The Sergeant Major was killed by a single piercing strike from a polearm. We have performed a preliminary sweep of the crime scene to facilitate investigation.
Single piercing strike from polearm?
No obvious signs of a violent struggle. No damaged doors or windows. The culprit must have used some other means to enter the room unopposed before performing the deed.
There isn't a good chance that the culprit was shapeshifting or something.
Entering unopposed. So, do you think there's a chance that the culprit would usually have right of entry?
That is possible. If he could disguise himself, like how he turned into Aether, he could easily disguise himself as someone else.
At the moment, the most valuable lead we have is based on an eyewitness report from a nearby resident. Specifically, that Flint's was seen entering and leaving this place in the time period when the crime most likely occurred.
That is suspicious, but again, he's also a future playable character. Could be a case that this guy who was killed was a traitor of some kind.
Flint's?
We have tried to contact him, but he has not replied.
Very odd indeed.
So, he's the prime suspect right now, right?
Makes logical sense.
To be honest, I'm not particularly inclined to believe that this was an inside job. Flint's can come across a bit eccentric, but he does well in missions on the whole. He also had no disagreements with the Sergeant Major that we know of. So he lacks the motive to commit such a terrible crime.
So there's the chance that there was some kind of imposter. Ah. Now I see why they did the Among Us collaboration. Yes, this is very sus.
But neither the eyewitness report nor the nature of the fatal wound itself are in his favor. So we are looking for him at present.
Looks like there's not much else to dig up here. Let's go outside and discuss what we've seen.
Agreed. But we didn't investigate the room. Still. We think we're missing some kind of crucial information here. Motivation-wise, I think the only other faction
the evidence points to Flint's, and he just so happens to have disappeared without a trace. A sticky situation indeed.
Yeah, motivation-wise, I can only think of the Fatui as the other potential candidate. So we have either the Fatui, or we have the Wild Hunt.
We know that this Flint's could have been Rerir in disguise, but we lack the evidence to prove this to anyone else. Furthermore, Flint's has left us with many questions, all of which will require a reasonable explanation.
Where is he? Why is he doing this?
Yeah. He said he would report back to headquarters, but it seems he hasn't gone at all. What could he be doing?
There could also be corruption within the organization. First time I met Flint's, I did notice that there was something odd about his lantern. Some power concealed within. Now that I think about it, that power was similar to the abyssal energies I encountered before. Okay, extra suspicion. In the worst case scenario, Flint's might be an entirely fabricated entity.
Let's approach the issue this way. First, we must determine our culprit. Was it Flint's or Rerir in disguise?
It's got to be the latter.
Yeah. What reason would Flint's have to murder Sosie anyway?
None, as far as I know. And even if he had a motive, it would have been easier to do so out in the wild, rather than in Nasha Town.
Exactly. Why would he do it specifically here, rather than, say, wait for a mission, kill him while they're fighting the Wild Hunt? But it would be very easy to go, oh, he got killed in the fighting.
Yeah, they would have often gone out on missions together. Plenty of chances there.
Even if it were Rerir, though, his motive would just be just as unclear.
Yes, but there's one thing worth noting here. Remember the intel we got back at the tavern? No one has ever seen a phantom that can take the form of other humans within the Wild Hunt. This means that he has been hesitant to abuse this ability, or allow it to become common knowledge, likely so that he could act in secret under other guises.
That is entirely true. He might be pretending to be a normal person.
But no matter what, borrowing identities comes with risks, right? What if you bump into the person you're imitating along the way?
Precisely. In other words, his goal must have been worth the risk, similar to how he came in disguise to obtain the moon marrow.
The most likely target would be the giant gun.
He likely knew then that the real Flints would not appear and get in his way during this time.
And why was he able to determine that? Likely because he might have captured the real Flints.
We'd have to ask Flints ourselves, I'm afraid. But we shouldn't jump to any conclusions here. We can't discount the possibility that he might actually be the murderer himself. Not yet, at least.
Let's see. Scar says that sounds like something Odin would do, and he was one of the leaders of the Wild Hunt in mythology. Exactly. Odin is the type of individual that would pull that nonsense. Odin is the type of entity in mythology that would try this whole disguise, pretend to be other person, and kind of trickery.
And there are other, less likely scenarios. For instance, Rerir may have already killed Flints long ago, and been living as him for some time now.
Exactly. Regardless, we need to find him.
Yes, that is our ticket to a breakthrough.
Then we've got to find him before the Lightkeepers do, or we might never see him again.
Yep.
Steady now. Our friend should be back soon.
Our friend?
We've tracked him down to a beach north of Nasha Town. The Wild Hunt is present too, so we're putting a force together.
Okay then, we're going.
I'll have you know that this is top secret information I'm leaking here.
Don't worry, you'll receive a top-class reward in return.
It's a stretch, but Rerir is similar-ish to Mimir, the head from which Odin got advice. True enough.
The beach is all yours. I'll stay and slow the Lightkeepers down. Things might go south if you bump into one another.
Don't worry, I will slaughter them.
Alright, before we go, should we reveal Rarir's secret? Since he's trying to keep it all hush-hush, why don't we just pull the curtains on his little trick? That'll teach him to sneak around pretending to be other people.
The problem, Paimon, is that will create a paranoia spiral. If everyone knew that there is a potential shape-shifting imposter amongst us, then they will become suspicious of everyone else, and that can very easily spiral into a mass paranoia.
Hey, why are you laughing?
Oh, I was just imagining how satisfying that would feel. But I'm afraid this revelation would only stir up more chaos.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Setting aside the matter of evidence, some may trust Flint's on our account, whereas others would suspect him on account of his behavior. Tossing him into a swirling tumult of public opinion like that might just give Rerir more opportunities to capitalize on.
Yep. I mean, if he already knows that he can't hide it, then he will be a lot more reckless with it. At this point, keeping it secret and keeping it hush-hush is keeping him from using it too much. If this was a case where everyone already knew that he could disguise himself as anyone else, then I would just be completely reckless with it, use it this way and that, transform into other people, cause chaos, random murders, cause people to just go crazy.
And think about it. Once people learn that he can masquerade as those they trust, would they continue to welcome friends into their homes with such open hearts? Unease grips the hearts of those in Nasha Town already. We should avoid throwing more fuel onto the fire.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right. You've really thought of everything, huh? Nothing for it then. We've just gotta find Flint's.
Just gotta find him.
Indeed. But just in case, let me stress once more. We should neither be excessively afraid of Rerir, nor trust in Flint's too lightly.
Basically, don't let fear control our actions with the enemy, but also don't let don't trust Flynn's just because he's a potential playable character that a lot of people are lusting over.
This light source is of special Lightkeeper design. It provides illumination within Wild Hunt anomalies and can briefly dispel the abyssal fog within.
Yay!
All right. We'll have to deal with that mess, too. Yeah, this'll be important. Thanks a bunch, Nefer.
Thanks. Now we're going to jump on this giant gun and go.
You're welcome. I've charged it to your account, by the way.
Of course she did. Of course she did. She's one of those characters.
Hey, you!
That's just how it is. Okay, so where am I going? Okay. Let's just skip a bit of the travel time. Alright, let's deal with this. Thankfully, I have guns. Guns. Right, so should be down here. Wait a second. Is this an item I'm supposed to equip? No, looks like I'm not supposed to equip any items yet. So yoink. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Okay, I came this way.
Whoa! Fog's really rolling in. Quick, grab the light source. Is that a Lightkeeper's lantern? Is there someone up ahead? Come on, let's go see.
Yep, this.
Monsters!
Don't worry, I'll take care of them. Giant gun, go! Fire! Fire! The best way to deal with zombies. Shoot them in the head.
This monster was lurking near the lamp. That must have been a planned ambush. We're not falling for that again. There's something inside it. Some small device.
Oh?
Huh? Why isn't it giving off light anymore? Is it broken? Oh, we better take it with us.
Could be a case where they remotely disable it. So the enemy is using the lamps as ambush points. Pretty clever, pretty clever. So, trying to get attacked again.
The fight took place here.
Yeah.
Did Flint's leave these marks?
Just drop a nuke on the zombies. But that's more a last resort thing. Exactly. Let's head a bit deeper. Okay, yeah, definitely an electro fight here. Hey.
There's someone there.
Lens?
Help me.
Isn't that Flint's voice? Did you hear that? But is that really?
Yep, that was a trap. Don't worry, I got this. Gun, go! Use gun.
Bring it. Shower me with bread.
Yeah, power of gun.
Let's run.
Take this. Gun is the best weapon in this situation. Also, minor detour. Just going to go grab this thing because I am. Okay, good. I grabbed it first.
Ah! We'll be in trouble if these spooky shadows touch us. Quick, use the lantern.
Okay. Okay. I'm in contact too many. Continue. Shine the lantern. Okay, so I need to use this. Hey, no. Oh, it's E. Okay, that's how I use that thing. Okay. Hey, spooky shadows. Take that. Use the lantern's power. Lantern light. Someone give me the Green Lantern chant. I can't remember what it is. The chat, give me the Green Lantern chant. I think this is an appropriate situation. Come on. Okay. Hey, light. Light, guide my path. You know, this would be so much easier if you just moved a bit faster, Limine. I can see why they need a special... Say language. You who are lonely. Fight. Now. Lies and falsehood. The abyss comes.
Hand it over.
Oh?
That was mine from the first.
It hereby permanently requisition.
You're a fool.
Ah, here's the enemy.
Again.
Well, I think we have a face of our enemy now.
What the? It's stronger than before. Lantern, no!
Toss me the lantern. Okay. Epic fight, epic fight. Who gets it first? I got it. When you know what the enemy's after. And of course we can absorb the abyssal power. Here, Flint, we recharged it. Take this. In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power, Green Lantern's light. Perfect. Thanks.
So, you were tangling with Rarer out here all by yourself.
No. We know what we're looking for is... No, it's not Dainsley. That's not Dainsley. That guy is a Conrian, but I believe that guy is Rarir, I think his name was. From what we know, he is one of the 5 sinners, and from the sounds of it, he has been weakened in some way. I think our friend here took something from him that he wants back, which is very interesting. And I think that might be the reason why he specifically tried to frame him for the murder.
So, that vile phantom hiding inside the Wild Hunt has a name of his own.
Let's find a spot to rest first.
Yeah, you don't look so good.
Yeah?
Sorry you had to see me like this. All the same, you have my sincere thanks for your aid.
No problem, man, no problem.
To think you had the power to so easily cleanse the filth staining the lantern, which tormented me so.
Well, I don't think we're actually cleansing it. That's the kind of the thing. Whenever we do the whole cleansing the abyss thing, we're not really dispelling it. We sort of absorb it. I don't know what's up with the Traveler, but our character is basically like a bottomless pit when it comes to energy sources. We just absorb it in without any issues.
Might I ask what magic that was? Or whose pupil you are? I believe I might have saved some face had I mastered just a fraction of such abilities.
I don't understand it either. Just my constitution, I think.
And an enviable constitution it is. A pity that such abilities cannot be acquired.
Why did abyssal power just burst out of your lantern anyway?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
That is a long story. Many moons ago, when on Wild Hunt clearance duty, I shattered one of its cores only for a special crystalline object to fall out.
Your lantern?
I sensed a power surging within it that was at once familiar yet strangely illusory.
And from the dialogue there, sound apparently Fae-related.
I freely confess to being an avid collector of ancient gems, coins, and other curios. And curiosity it was that had me store this crystal inside my lantern. Afterwards, I wound up collecting a few more such crystals quite by accident, and discovered that they could merge into a single piece without my prompting. Though my understanding ends there.
So in other words, you were a loot gremlin that somehow just stumbled across something the enemy wants, and you basically just took it.
It was only recently that they began slowly emitting abyssal energy, which could neither be dispelled nor weakened.
Is that what rarer clink belonged to him? That must be what he's after then!
Possibly.
I concur. And here's the kicker. Before he was exceedingly weak. In fact, I've already beaten him several times, though I could not destroy him completely.
That's an interesting factor. The enemy has attacked him multiple times, but was very weak. That implies that whatever happened to Rerir has weakened him considerably.
But I noticed while engaging him that the crystal fragment would restrict my powers. As such, it occurred to me that I should hide it rather than tangle with him any longer. Alas, he has proved most fixated upon this fragment. And for some reason, his strength has grown by leaps and bounds since I last encountered him.
If this object is contaminated by the abyss, why carry it on your person? Motherfucker, it's the missing moon fragment. The missing moon core. We have the missing moon marrow. That's what it is. It must be the shattered remains of the missing moon marrow. I think that's what it is. Because we know he's after it. We know the marrow can take a crystalline-looking form. And we know that there's a missing marrow somewhere. I think that whatever happened, the marrow got shattered and put in and ended up in this type of situation. Well, if this object is contaminated by the abyss, why carry it on your person?
And where, might I ask, would it be safe? Or do you think it wiser I threw it away?
Fair enough. Hey, I can't stash it anywhere safe, so might as well just keep it on me.
Were our places switched, would you discard it? Knowing that its perilous might was beyond your ability to counteract, yet capable of causing greater harm should it lie beyond your grasp.
Fair enough. This guy is very responsible, it seems.
Yeah. Throwing it away would mean giving the bad guy what he wants. But exposing yourself to its corrosion and growing weaker by the day, that sounds super dangerous too.
Only those who shoulder risks are qualified to welcome in the turning of the tide. Those who flee when troubles come are nothing more than deserters. Though I shan't deny that I have your fortuitous arrival and most outstanding assistance to thank for my continued ability to speak such platitudes.
Yeah, and we probably should bring up that you're probably going to get arrested soon.
Either way, it seems this fragment is now utterly still. That must have made it useless to Rerir. I doubt he would have retreated so readily otherwise.
Oh, that's interesting. So, we purified it and probably took out whatever he wanted from it.
I imagine this wasn't the only reason you came looking for me, though?
Right, you got framed for murder.
Well, no, but...
Yeah, you got framed for murder.
Ah. I see.
Can you think of a reason why Rerir would try to frame you?
To use the Lightkeepers to find me, I suspect. I did not inform anyone of my true whereabouts, so he should have had more difficulty tracking me down.
I see, so he had more difficulty finding you. So he used this to get the Lightkeepers to do the job instead.
They alone have the ability to quickly pinpoint my position. our Sergeant Major has a Kuvaki-powered device that can be used to detect others who bear a lantern. They usually don't pay my whereabouts much mind unless they absolutely must find me.
You mean this thing?
Oh.
Yes. Where did you pick this up?
Oh, well, we know what happened.
We found it inside a lantern when we first charged into the Wild Hunt anomaly.
It must belong to a Ratnik dispatched to investigate the area, who, it seems, dropped everything and fled the moment they saw the Wild Hunt massing to strike. Well, at least they're not dead.
Yeah, better, terrified and disgraced than dead.
Guess it's not surprising how they found you so fast, then. But if Rurier could have shapeshifted into Sosi, why didn't he just use that Kuvaki device to find you himself?
Probably because Rarier can't use Kuvaki.
Were he to use it, that device would likely fail to act as it should, owing to abyssal interference.
Clever design, clever little bit of design, stops the enemy from using it to track down the rest of you.
Ah, guess that explains it.
Yep, does.
So not only is this Rurier ruthless, but a purveyor of dirty tricks, too.
Yeah, unfortunately, the enemy is smart.
You might not be familiar with Sergeant Major Sosi, but he put his heart and soul into every mission. Our deployments are subject to orders from headquarters, and his orders were to be stationed long-term in Nasha Town. As such, he was very seldom able to go back and visit his family.
Oh boy.
He worked so hard, seeking to produce excellent results that might convince them to transfer him out.
That probably did the exact opposite. Classic situation of, you're too valuable to lose.
Oh.
But every year they would say, wait a little longer. Wait a little longer. He often wondered if it was because he was lacking somehow.
No, he was too good at his job.
In truth, everyone had nothing but the highest praise for him. But good work does not always lead to good outcomes.
Yep, sometimes your reward for good job is more work.
The higher-ups would think, he's doing great where he is. Let him stay there forever. A most convenient choice for them, at least.
Unfortunately, that's just how these things go.
Whereas his subordinates would think, wouldn't it be a shame if we were to lose such a talented, easygoing boss?
Yep. That's always the problem sometimes. It's why some people who put in some ridiculous hours at a job don't get promoted, because they put in such hours and do such work that they're basically worth like 3 or 4 employees. And in those types of situations, the company doesn't want to promote them. No, they'd have to hire like 3 people to replace them. Much easier just to, leave them there and look outside for a different candidate.
So he waited. And he waited. Until the world closed its eyes in the depths of the night, and a lantern was slowly lit for him alone, that no one could see.
It's a tragic story. Yes, truly is.
One that has played out many times throughout history. Another reason to take this Rurier's head.
Oh yeah, I am going to take it and mount it on a spike in front of my teapot.
Oh. At least we now know that he's looking for these fragments inside Wild Hunt anomalies.
And yet, what did the Sergeant Major have to do with any of this? Why did he have to die?
Oh, I can feel the anger in the emo.
Could Rarer be angry that the cannon Sosi set up to fire destroyed the fragments he wanted to collect?
Oh, that is a possibility. The cannon probably does destroy a lot of stuff.
Could you take me to the scene of the crime?
Probably, but you are a suspect in this case.
We shall just have to exercise some discretion then. Come on. Let us be on our way.
Yes. The culprit always returns to the scene of the crime. I always wonder about that statement. Where does it come from? Because it doesn't really make much sense. Why would the culprit return? Also, one moment, I see loot in front of me. I see loot, I take loot. Fight me! Fight me! Fight me! I'm big game hunting, and you're the prey.
Take me up.
Haha, you can't get me. Haha. And fire. And fire. Turns out, when you have a giant gun, the wildlife can't really compete.
Mora makes a lot of problems go away. So you can never have too much Mora, huh?
Yep, money does a lot to cover up any mistakes or evidence left behind. That's true, but wouldn't that just create more evidence? You know, classic Streisand effect situation. Oh, giant squid.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Let's fly.
You know, Streisand effect everything.
Open fire. Fire in the hole.
Combination of one is the passion that killers and committers of other crimes of passion tend to regret and focus on it and so return.
Ooh, shiny.
Oh yeah, it is a very good ultimate to just fire big gun. Plus, you know, the fact that her main thing is just, I'm going to ride a gun. The other is that serial killers, as that all tend to have abnormal mentalities that... Oh, thanks for the follow, and Tarzetta. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the follow. And yes, that's one of my new widgets. I got that a little bit ago. And yeah, they tend to obsess over their crime scenes. Does make sense, Now, where were we? I've actually been watching some YouTube videos. This one guy does these funny YouTube videos of these what if X detective could catch Dexter. I'm not quite sure if Scar made it to the Limbus streams. I know he probably could see them on the VODs if he wanted. I multi-stream on YouTube, so it would be easy for him to catch up if he wanted. And also, welcome, Antarzetta, and thank you for subscribing. That puts me up to... How'd I lose so much health? 1 second. That puts me up to 41. Slowly, my streams are growing in power. Slowly, ever so slowly. So, second, worshipping the statue, offering all and more rewards I shall gain. In time, and my power will grow, and I will get more loot, more primo gems, more gacha currency. For that is true happiness. How'd I get up there again? Haven't seen the Dexter ones, not a fan of the series, but the Columbo in Death Note is just hilarious. I'm actually thinking of a different one, actually. He does does these whole things, and he did like set up a scenario. I can't remember the exact one it is, but it was pretty funny, and it leads to some hilarious situations. I think he's done Men in Black, Mulder and Scully, The Punisher, a lot, Dirty Harry, a lot of other smaller ones. Still, it is fun when you see these different and catch a criminal, Dexter, sort of things. Especially if you can add a comedic twist to it. Okay, there is a chest around here. I heard the sound. There it is. I knew I heard the chest spawning noise.
Ooh, shiny. It's so pretty.
You know, where was I? Up this way. Okay. But yeah, it's a lot of simple things you can do here and there. And I think the main trick when it comes to those types of videos is doing a good combination of serious responses. And where I think I got lost. Anyway, good combination of serious responses and kind of silly responses. You know, you have cases where it's the Men in Black and other cases where it is stuff like, to quote him, Detective Gumshoe, which is just completely and utterly incompetent. You have to remember, all these robots, they're Ino's work. Ino's workshop makes these guys. So I guess this is the way in. Turns out there's a back door.
I understand the situation more or less. Much has happened, I see. Either way, I suppose we were lucky not to receive a warm welcome on the way over here. It seems my fellow Lightkeepers do not wish to make this case public just yet.
Yeah, discretion's better part of valor and all that.
Yeah. Guess Nasha Town's already been enough of a mess lately.
Let's stop here. Any further and the Ratniki might detect us. Since you two can enter, I'll have to request that you kindly pick me up once you're inside.
What do you mean by pick you up?
Oh? And how are we supposed to do that?
You'll know when the time comes. See you later.
Oh, come on, just tell us. There's no need to do the you'll know when the time comes. Theater kids, am I right?
Still acting all mysterious. But he seemed pretty confident, so guess we've got to trust him.
Pretty much. Hello again.
Hello.
Ah, you're the special assistants for this investigation, right?
Yep, we're the special assistants.
Yep, that's us.
Sorry, I know it's a bit late, but there's a couple things we'd like to take a look at.
Well, you're just in time. We're basically done investigating the crime scene. All that's left is to finish writing up some records. Then properly dispose of Sergeant Major Sosi's remains.
Please tell me you're at least sending it back to his family, because his family at least deserves to give a proper funeral.
If there's anything else you'd like to look into, this is your last chance to do so.
Find anything new?
Sadly, no. The motive behind the killing remains a mystery. And while we somehow managed to get news of Flint's, an unexpected accident caused us to miss him.
Unexpected accident, yeah.
But considering that Nefer from the Curatorium of Secrets came forward to help investigate, I have no doubt that a breakthrough's not far off.
Well, yeah, except she's on our side. Expert use of delaying tactics on her part. Excellent work. And my kitty's shown up again. So, I might have a random bit where I have to take care of him and get him on my lap properly, but...
We'll do our part too. Alright, we're going in. See you later.
See you later. So let's begin our investigation and pick up the probably obvious clues that the rest of them missed.
Phew, we're in. Thanks to Nefer's reputation, once again. But we still know nothing about how Flint's is gonna enter, or how we'll pick him up. Never mind how we'll leave later on. Something the matter?
Yeah. There's a strange light by the window.
Huh. That looks like Flint's lantern. But where is he exactly?
No idea. Let's just use Animo to pick it up. Thankfully, Traveler and cutscenes can just use any of the elemental powers we gathered.
Well, we've got the lantern. What now? Oh, Paimon almost screamed out loud. You never said you could do magic like that.
Yeah, and honestly, that's kind of cool. Now that's what I call going incognito. So long as no one noticed the floating glowing lantern.
This lantern may have a rather peculiar shape, but so long as it doesn't glow, it won't stand out in the dark. I calculated that you would have already entered, so I chose a spot visible from the window before using light to send you a signal.
You could have just told us that's what you were doing.
As I thought. You're both sharp-eyed and on the ball.
The perks of being veteran adventurers, huh?
What you just did, surely that can't be accomplished through elemental power alone.
Your composure is more impressive still. You're right. That required a little trick of my own.
Yeah, everyone in Nordcry just has weird nonsense going on.
But let us leave such trivial topics for a more relaxed moment. Our time is limited, after all.
Yeah. So what can you find in here?
Just as I thought. Come, try sensing it yourself.
It's very faint, but there's some residual power near the wound that feels identical to the abyss energy that surged from Flynn's lantern.
Identical powers must flow from the same source. It was the Wild Hunt, then, that took my form and killed the Sergeant Major. But why do this?
It's the cannon. They don't want the cannon firing.
To sow chaos by depriving the Lightkeepers of one of their commanders?
No. It's the cannon side of things.
If the Wild Hunt's true form is powerful enough to stand against the world as you claim, I fear not even the full force of Lightkeepers could stand against him, let alone the handful of us stationed in Nasha Town. He would have no reason whatsoever to pick quarrels with individual ants.
So what is his motivation? What was his goal? My thought is the cannon.
Let's look again more closely. We must leave no stone unturned.
There should no longer be anything need to keep the place exactly as is.
Well, that makes things simpler. In that case, allow me to disturb the fallen. May the ghost flame guide your spirit. May you rest in peace.
Necromancy? I think he's doing necromancy, people. However, despite very thorough search, few new clues
When we
emerged.
fought, he seemed like quite a reckless foe. Certainly not the meticulous mastermind type. Yet here we are, grappling with this enigma he has left us.
Yeah, this doesn't feel... Something feels off.
Oh, if we can't get any leads, we might have to go back and find Nefer. Oh, the longer we're stuck here, the likelier he is to achieve his goal. Oh, this is so frustrating.
Is that all? Have we really tried every angle, found every clue? Wait. Paimon, look at the flashing light on his arm. He has a robot arm. The guy has a robot arm.
You mean this?
I'm not well versed in machinery, but that means his mechanical arm is malfunctioning, right? It might have been broken in combat.
No. He put something in the arm. That's where he hid it. Of course, no one here is versed in machinery, so of course they wouldn't check.
No, that's not right. Paimon remembers this signal. We saw it before while repairing the cannon. It doesn't mean that the components are damaged. It just means that they're due for regular maintenance, so the device has stopped operating. But the real problem is that...
When we were fixing the cannon, his arm was working just fine.
Yeah, he even helped us find the maintenance port. It could still be a coincidence, but considering it hasn't been long at all since we were repairing that cannon...
Something's up. Something's up.
The Sosi you met could have been Rerir in disguise. In other words, he played the Sergeant Major before disguising himself as me.
Ah. Okay, so... Oh, I see. So that does explain some stuff.
That's right! If only there was some way to prove it.
If something needed maintenance, you'd go register it with Nasha Town's repairman.
You mean Hintsa?
We had a short chat with him once at the tavern, but it's so late. Guess it'll have to wait till tomorrow.
No, I don't think so.
I know where he lives. The situation is critical, so let us now take up the role of uninvited guests ourselves.
Okay, so if he replaced the guy, why did he do it?
Ah, yes. And one more thing. Remember to pick me up by the window.
Wow, he is just... He is just giving all the cool gothic vibes. in trouble and head towards Hinsa's residence. So, chat, do you have any theories? Anyone got any theories up there? Ascendant Gleam. Anyone got any theories? I currently think that... Oh, no. Oh. I think he needs the cannon to be fired at a specific location. They want the cannon to be fired. I think they needed to destroy something that's blocking their way. That's my theory.
Oh, it's you two. And Flint's. Given the hour, I guess it must be an emergency.
Oh yeah, this is dead serious.
It is indeed. Our sincerest apologies for interrupting your rest. We are investigating a certain matter in connection with Sergeant Major Sosi. We'd like to know if he has sent you a request for maintenance to be performed on his mechanical arm.
Sosi. Oh, so the rumors I heard, are they true?
And that's the rumors coming out.
You know what? Forget it. I'm sure it's complicated. No further questions from me. Just a moment. I need to check my records.
Yep.
Thank you for your understanding.
So what are we going to find here? What information will we discover?
Got it. 8 days ago, he came to request a round of regular maintenance. But as it happened, I had run out of the required components. His mechanical arm is especially sophisticated, having been designed by Aino personally. The parts, too, could only be made by her. As such, they usually take several days to arrive. In fact, this time, he even asked me if we could push his request forward. And I understood, completely. Not being able to use your hand, that's rough for anyone. But even more so if your job involves fighting out in the wild. So I did my best to convince Aino to rush the job. And eventually, the parts arrived. 3 days ago, if I remember correctly. I sent word to the Lightkeepers immediately, but he never showed up. I assumed he was just out on some mission or other.
So it's entirely possible that he's been dead a while.
What's with those faces? Everything all right?
And that's okay. See, this is the interesting thing about this body snatcher. Oh, no, about the shapeshifter. Their transformation isn't perfect. These little things keep throwing them off. Well, the first time with our brother, he said things that weren't exactly right. They were close, but they weren't exactly right. The second time here, he didn't account for the maintenance light. So it is a lot of small things are tipping us off to who is the fake.
You've provided us with some very crucial information, Hinsa. You have our thanks. We can't make everything public yet, but once our investigation is complete, I will return to thank you and provide an explanation on behalf of all the Lightkeepers.
Yeah, thanks. This is crucial information.
No worries. Just glad I could help.
Thanks. Good night.
Good night. Hope the investigation goes well.
Yeah, this is a complicated thing. That's the issue when you're dealing with shapeshifters. They can somehow figure out, well...
It seems that it is as we guessed. The Sergeant Major Sosi you encountered while repairing the cannon was actually Rerir in disguise.
And he's after something. That's why he was so urgent to push it forward.
8 days ago, he had yet to act. But at some point after that, he attacked and imprisoned the Sergeant Major. With the immense gap in strength between them, the job was finished in a single blow. And thus Rerir had no opportunity to discover the malfunctioning mechanical arm.
And thus no reason to suspect it and reason to fake it.
Perhaps his mastery of shapeshifting extends only to outward form, and not therefore to complex internal mechanisms. Hence his oversight of the uniquely mechanical traits of the Sergeant Major's arm, and in turn, this flaw in his disguise.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
You're saying he thought no one would realize his mechanical arm is actually made of some kind of black muck on the inside, so long as it worked, right?
Probably.
Still seems like there's a lot of guesswork involved here, but it mostly makes sense.
That means the only thing he did as Sorcerer was fire the cannon, and he fired the cannon at a specific spot. So he needed something destroyed at that spot.
This also has me stumped for the moment. The cannon has always been used to destroy the Wild Hunt, and it works as intended.
So they wanted something blown up at that spot.
But how would that help Rerir exactly? Assuming he plans to collect the fragments within Wild Hunt anomalies, firing the cannon works against him, since it would blast those fragments to smithereens.
So we solved one mystery, only to dig up another.
We need to go to the location the cannon fired last.
This is getting Paimon kind of down. And sleepy too.
But yeah, we've been on edge for too long, it seems.
Yes, I'd say it is high time we took a break. Seems like there's a lot left to investigate. We'll have to fight Rerir eventually. And we'll do a poor job if we're not well rested.
Yeah, probably gonna have to take a break and take some sleeping pills.
Yeah, we should totally get some sleep first.
Your residence is quite far away.
A reasonable suggestion. I have no doubt that my quarters have been turned inside out by now, at any rate. My colleagues have never failed to live up to my expectations of their discourtesy.
Well, of course not. Of course not, but this is a very interesting mystery.
Well, guess we'll just have to pick you up as usual.
That would be good, yes. Feel free to put the room costs on my tab.
Don't worry, don't worry. We're already getting our room for free. It's on Barker's tab.
Phew, back inside. We can finally take a breather. Okay, Paimon. In and out.
I suppose we could all take a moment to unwind. As I recall, our first meeting took place not far from here. Ah, the nostalgia.
Come on, that was only a few days ago.
Had you already sensed the unique power within my lantern at that time?
Yes, which is why I asked you to give it to me.
I see. Words truly do fail to capture your superlative insight. Fortunate then that abyssal energy was only leaking from the fragment in minuscule amounts when we first met. Or I might have been in for a real interrogation.
Yeah, I probably would have drawn a sword on you.
Yeah, hard to say how that would have played out. We've had a whole bunch of unpleasant run-ins with the Abyss.
Yeah, like every time. Rerir seems fixated on you, and you on him.
You mean to ask why I'm going this far to oppose him? Well, as a Lightkeeper, I'd say I'm simply doing my job.
Yeah, you're doing your job way above your usual jobs. So, plus, there's the whole fairy language nonsense going on, so please, cut the bullshit.
Yeah, you're covered in more mysteries than Paimon could shake a skewer at. You can't just get out of explaining yourself by making lame excuses.
All right. I suppose I do owe you some honesty, whether out of gratitude or the need to build trust. Your deductions have been quite correct. Should one wish to conceal oneself within a lantern, elemental power alone is not enough.
Yeah, so how do you do it? Fairy bullshit?
You know humans well, and naturally you understand their limits. But some things that humans would consider difficult are quite normal in the eyes of non-humans.
So, you mean you're one of the latter?
Have you heard of how Snezhnaya was once the realm of the Fae?
Oh, so he's a Fae. Oh, that explains a bit.
This race is no longer of any importance, but they still exist, as evidenced by the fact that I am standing before you.
Okay, so he is a classic Fae creature. That's actually kind of fun and neat.
We've heard some scattered legends, but That's all Paimon thought there was to it.
I once turned my heart toward humanity, and thus did I experience loss. I once labored and did much, and put an end to my tale with my own hands.
Wow, I can already see the fangirls squeeing at this guy. Like, he really hits that whole gothic emo vibe that some people really like. Not my style in terms of husbando stuff, but I can see why people would like him.
When you realize you are floating in the middle of a vast ocean, you cannot help but feel that swimming in any direction would be equally meaningless. Would it not be better, then, to simply sink?
You know, I feel like your entire existential, probably despair crisis thing would go better if I haven't surrounded you with pink cherry blossoms. Really clashes with his vibe, doesn't it, guys?
But before I could sink to truly lightless depths, chance had it that I should be awakened by a band of Ratniki. They were facing a horde of abyssal monsters, and could not last against such a disparity in strength. Yet none fled. Those who dwell in darkness for long enough become exceedingly sensitive to all light. And the first light I saw upon awakening was that which shone from their eyes.
That's the thing. Even in the darkness, even a single ember of light can pierce it.
Is that why you chose to help them?
Perhaps I was moved by their valor. Perhaps I simply saw my past self in them, and was moved to action for the first time in a long, long while. But I was freshly awoken, and my powers were limited. I could not prevent casualties altogether.
Yeah, but you still could prevent casualties.
The survivors and I buried the fallen heroes. That was the origin of the final night cemetery.
And that's why you chose to become a Lightkeeper.
Well, not exactly. I was just more familiar with them. So joining up seemed the most convenient way to experience human life.
Okay, so he's a fairy. And a classic Fae fairy. Possibly unseelie, considering his vibes, but he might be of a Seelie court.
Doesn't sound too believable.
Well, I believe it. Besides, I'm well past the age when one might believe in things that must be done. Nonetheless, there are still some things I will not allow to happen. The chaos that Rerir has been stirring up is one of them. Tomorrow I shall go and check our records to see if I can find any connection between the Wild Hunt, Rerir, and the cannon.
I would check where the cannon fired. Again, that's where I think we need to go. Wherever the cannon fired last is the target.
Will you need us to get you where you need to be?
Oh, I'll be fine. I keep a backup copy at my residence in case of emergencies.
Can you even go back there right now? Won't there be Ratniki watching it?
They probably don't have the manpower.
Thanks for the reminder. I believe they'll have checked my place, but they won't have stayed. All things are ranked according to their priority, and we lack the manpower for such an open-ended stakeout.
Could also be an Irish-style fairy of the Aeon Sith. Ah yes, the Fae pretty boy. This totally isn't tailor-made for Fujos. Oh yeah, like this guy is basically tailor-made to attract certain types of fans. And it's the type of fan that basically just go full goo goo gaga over a very pretty boy who had his heart broken and wants to learn about humanity. I can see the fan fictions writing themselves.
And even if someone is waiting, I have ways around that. I am the master of my own house, after all.
Yep, fairies in their own homes are terrifying.
All right then, we'll trust you. We sure ended up chatting for a while, huh? I'm super tired now. But, you know, feels like we can breathe easier, now that we know you better.
Yeah, at least we trust him a bit more.
I didn't take you for the cautious sort. Anyway, I hope you'll help me keep this a secret. I'd prefer others not to know about my past unless strictly necessary. Nor do I want to attract more trouble on account of being a Fae.
Don't worry, I won't say a thing.
Paimon's lips are sealed too.
All right. Thanks again for your help. Good night, you two.
Good night, Flins.
Finally, we can rest. Let's go get some sleep. There's tons to do tomorrow.
Yeah, quick, let's see what he says here. Quick.
It's getting late. The situation is urgent, but rest is vital. Good night, both of you.
Okay, so nothing changed there. So. You saw nothing. Got it? Good. Now, I sleep. Yeah.
So much noise. What's going on this time?
Cannon firing?
Hey! Where's Flint's? Is he here, or isn't he?
I see. The news got out in an angry mob formed.
We would be most obliged if you would pipe down a little, dear guest. Our other guests are resting.
Resting? We're all about to be done for, and you're talking about rest?
Okay, what's going on?
Flint's is a wild hunt shapeshifter, here to deceive us all! If we don't get rid of him now, there'll be no end to this!
Ah, I see, I see. So who spread the rumors?
You better give him up. If anything happens, your business here is done for. You want that, huh?
Or are you in cahoots with him? You with the wild hunt too, huh?
And this is the issue with revealing the truth. People jump to conclusion and get paranoid.
What happened? Did something leak out? But we were so careful last night. How did anyone see us?
Something's fishy about this. I doubt it's because of anything we did. I bet it's Roar leaking the information. It definitely seems like this guy is intelligent.
What do you mean?
They clearly know something. Why else would they talk about a wild hunt shapeshifter?
This is so confusing! What do we do? These people are no match for Flint's, but they're super heated right now. It's not like all the unusual stuff about him will make it any easier to explain either.
Yeah, let's buy some time. Yep. No problem, Archer. That's fine. Lurk all you want.
Okay.
Oh, and welcome to the stream.
Hey! Let us in now!
My apologies. My apologies.
Hold on! Calm down, everyone!
Yeah, calm down.
What into that is the meaning of this racket? Are you intent on depriving both the Voynich Guild and the Curatorium of Secrets of even a moment's rest?
Yes, name dropping your factions.
Boss, do we really have to entertain people who don't respect the rules? Call a few of your boys and have them thrown out.
And what hole did you crawl out of?
She's a named character. She has a unique design. So Gory, shut up.
A watering hole, of course. The one you've just disturbed. A place to get a moment's respite from all the recent unhappiness, and to escape from all this talk of the wild hunt, or strange ghosts and phantoms. Who'd have guessed people like you would come bursting in, shrieking louder than any ghoul?
This is a matter of utmost importance. We've got solid evidence. All we need now is to confront Flint's face to face.
Yeah, you got solid evidence. From who? Who is giving you the evidence?
Exactly. And you sure don't look like an impartial party either, Nefer.
Oh, don't I now? How about this then, boss? Let them do their search. If they find their man, they can have their little chat.
But
if they don't, then they owe everyone here an apology, as well as compensation for all the racket they've caused.
Ah, yes, the classic trick. Make them pay and put something on the line.
Wait, it's...
All right, all right. I suppose that's the only way. If we don't let them in now, they'll be back sooner or later. What a mess.
Flint's is not there anymore.
Alright then.
Well, I'd say that sounds like an impartial proposal. What say you? Or are you suddenly unsure of yourselves?
Yeah, because it's very easy to basically kick up a fuss when you feel that, oh, there's no problem going on. There won't be any issues.
Come on, everyone! Move it!
But now you have something on the line. Yep, there's nothing here, boys. Nothing here.
No sign of Flint.
Yeah, where do you expect him to be? Under the bed?
But how can that be? Hasn't he always stayed here?
Yeah. Yeah, but, you know, he's been accused of murder. Wouldn't stay here if he could.
Done searching, are we? Guess it's time to uphold your end of the bargain, huh?
So, Nefer, how much money are you going to squeeze out of them? Okay, never mind. We're just beating the shit out of them, which is good. Teach the group a lesson, find less them go, leave the area as well.
So, Paimon, you've been waiting to ask me something, haven't you?
Yeah, how did they even find us here?
My inside man with the Lightkeepers informed me that you paid the crime scene a late-night visit. I surmise that you must have rendezvoused with Flint's and obtained some new information.
We did, and it's interesting.
Then, early this morning, a group of people gathered at the town gates, news spreading amongst them that the Wild Hunt could disguise itself by taking on familiar faces.
Yeah, which I think the enemy did that.
Everyone started throwing out the names of possible suspects. No one seemingly was exempt. And amidst it all, Flint's name started gaining more and more traction. I'm sure his solitary lifestyle may have played a part, but I wouldn't discount Rerir throwing fuel on the fire in secret.
Makes sense why Rerir's doing this. If Rerir wanted to flush out Flint's, he basically turned the entire town into basically bloodhounds.
So, did Flint's make his escape after hearing about this?
And that's where I, Yehoda, the quick-witted, fleet-footed backbone of the Curatorium, got my chance to shine.
Hello, Yehoda.
While everyone was super focused on the argument in the main hall, I, alone, noticed an opening.
I got her to climb up to a window to help Flint's out, only for her to return with nothing but a lantern.
Oh, no. That's all we needed. That's Flint's.
Aw, come on, boss. I was just getting started.
We initially intended to bring Flint's back to the Curatorium and wait those people out, but I never expected this to be all that was left.
Oh, don't worry. That is Flint's. He can just turn into a lantern.
I imagine, though, that he wouldn't have left something that was so seemingly important to him behind.
Might he intend to come back and get it later? Maybe. I'm not sure.
Well, he's out of harm's way now, so that's not super important, right?
Paimon, you just revealed that that's something important.
What Paimon means to say is, we got lots of new intel to share.
All right then. Yehoda, contact the others. We're going to need all hands on deck.
Yep, everyone here, because this is
Let's
important.
have this discussion over at my place.
Now let's go to the Curatorium of Secrets. Now where the hell am I? Okay. So, it definitely is an interesting thing. It's very clear that the enemy is still interested in Flynn's, and he has been willing to, and decided to burn his shape-shifting secret in the name of the Chaos. Which does make sense if you think about it, because now they know that we know it, and so they suspect that we will reveal it at some point, and we'll be on the lookout for it, which takes away a lot of the element of surprise that the shape-shifting gave them. As a result, since they might as well go for maximum chaos, reveal the information and then be a bit more reckless with shapeshifting. Since they can do short-term shapeshifting, and do things quickly before people notice the inconsistencies, and then cause paranoia. At least that's my theory about what happened. But there's still some Fatui. I always suspect the Fatui by default.
I see. So Flint's has a fragment taken from within a wild hunt anomaly.
Lauma, Aino, and
Is
Inefa.
he gonna
Good.
be okay now that he's on his own again?
Earlier, he said that the fragment had gone still, so it's probably of no use to Rare now.
In that case, Rerir shouldn't have any reason to keep pursuing him, right? So, was all that ruckus back at the flagship just an act of spite? Or what?
No, I think it was for a different reason.
If I were him, I would have simply turned my attention to collecting other fragments.
A reasonable course of action. Remember what we heard back at the tavern? The actual number of wild hunt anomalies destroyed has been greater than Lightkeeper records would indicate.
Oh, I see. So Reverie is probably also attacking the anomalies, and that is why the greater number has increased.
Some of these must have been Rerir's doing. He must have been seeking more fragments.
Huh. This much is pretty easy to understand, but why would he pretend to be Soci and put so much effort into getting the cannon up and running again?
Because of the target.
Maybe 'cause that'd be more efficient than having to clear anomalies himself?
Vince mentioned that if you fire the cannon and at the Wild Hunt, the fragments would be blasted to oblivion too.
Yeah, I'm confident that the ammo we're packing has the oomph to do that. But I am a mechanic after all. For me, test data and their conclusions speak loudest. Oh, why don't we find a few of those fragments ourselves and use Kuvaki to carry out a little experiment?
Oh, I'd be happy with doing that.
Our lab could certainly accommodate such a test.
Yep.
In other words, we gotta destroy a couple of anomalies and collect fragments from them, right?
Lightkeeper operations have just about ceased following the Sergeant Major's passing. Meanwhile, the Wild Hunt continues to grow in scale by the day. I fear only we can keep the situation under control now.
Then we best act fast. Paimon's got a bad feeling about this.
Yep, so it looks like we're going to take out a bunch of Wild Hunt
A
anomalies.
feeling we all share, I'm afraid.
Fragments, the cannon, Kuvaki, Rerir, and the Abyss. There must be some thread linking all the factors together. Once again, I think that they needed the cannon to break something specific. Besides, is getting revenge on Flynn's really, truly Rerir's sole aim? We're missing some decisive connection here, but we're running out of
There are
time.
3 Wild Hunt sites that must be dealt with urgently. But I believe we have the capacity to handle it.
Since that's the case, I'd like to investigate something on the Lightkeeper's end one more time.
Works for me. Inefa and I will take our workshop assistants to deal with one of the sites.
Yep, send in the kid and the robot.
The Curatorium will handle another.
You guys are competent, so I trust you.
And we Frostmoon Scions shall deal with the remaining one.
And dear Mommy is of course going to handle it perfectly well. She is pretty beautiful, don't you think? Oh.
Paimon didn't think she'd ever get to see everyone here carrying out a plan together like this.
Never mind you. This is a first for me, too.
Well, on the plus side, there's no way anyone could say anything about us working or teaming up together against other factions, since the Wild Hunt is an enemy of all, so this shouldn't cause any influence on the delicate factional balance of this location.
Let's head out then. We'll meet back up at my lab with the fragments.
If you run into Rerir, do not engage. He's grown much stronger since our last encounter.
Time is of the essence now. Our foe could make his next move at any moment, so we must stay in contact with one another.
Gotcha. Stay safe, everyone.
Yep, everyone, do what you can and try not to get hurt.
Huh.
And now the lantern has disappeared because he popped in while we were distracted.
Anyone seen the lantern? Has Flint's dropped by already?
Well, considering what you said earlier, you know where we're going next, right?
Go to the final night cemetery to meet with Flint. Ah, that would make sense to be where he'd be going. And also, final night ceremony. Very dramatic name. Now, where the hell is that? Okay. All the way up there. Well, a warning to everyone. I'm probably going to get distracted by loot. Because that's how these things go. Well, I don't think it's just the Wild Hunt looking for something. It seems to be specifically Rerir who's looking for something. Also, I see loot. So, 1 second. Also, just like... This started as very fantasy-like, and now I'm fighting robots with Gatling guns.
Hear the echoes of the valley.
And now, take them out. Haha!
Open fire.
I have the better gun. Oh no. Honestly, that was kind of dramatic. Like, it's a bit of a habit of mine whenever I'm using Chaska, but I always strafe a circle around the enemy. It doesn't really do much most of the time, but I feel like it sort of distracts their targeting and makes it harder for them to actually hit me. And, you know, just makes the eye do funny things. Hello. Goodbye.
Everybody stand back.
Knock him down.
Take me up.
It's like shooting fish in a barrel. But yeah, the Wild Hunt seems to be looking for something. Now what's this? A dim lantern appear. Signature equipment of the Light Keepers. Yeah, the tech level is a bit of a contrast to the rest. I mean, the camera being invented was a big deal early on, and firearms seem to be flintlocks. Well, to be entirely fair, the flintlocks are actually closer to like some weird elemental Magitech situation. As for this location, I will have to say that part of the reason why the tech, I can excuse the more advanced tech with the Fatui stuff, is that the Fatui have always been shown to have more advanced technology than most other factions. And this is explicitly a section of the Fatui led by the experimental division. So they're the Fatui who are supposed to be more advanced than the others. Like, that being said... that being said, 1 second. Grabbing you. That being said, that looks kinda cool. I'm gonna fight it.
Letting brave names echo. Let my name echo in song. Off we go.
Take this. Being fair, things do seem to use the various primordial energy of a given location. The starting location has Venti. Yeah, pretty much.
Ooh, shiny. It's so pretty.
Calling them mage locks, then, and true, the Fatui always have stuff like, yeah, exactly. Also, another side quest I'm going to just mark for later. I'm probably going to do a lot of these side quests off camera, depending on what they are. But still, also, just grabbing the teleport point for later, just makes it easier. I do like how this has sort of created a bit of a tech versus nature vibe between the Fatui and the Frostmoon Scions, because the Fatui are very much the tech faction at the moment, but here the Frostmoon Scions are going very explicit nature and magic in the moon.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Shower me with praise.
Hey, big gun.
Fire in the hole. Let's fly. Open fire. Locked on. Open fire.
Nice and easy. Also, loot. I do like how as the game has gone on, they've become a lot more generous with the higher rarity chests.
Ooh, shiny. It's so pretty.
In the past, the chests were basically very, like, higher rarity chests were incredibly rare, but nowadays they pop up a lot more commonly, which I very much enjoy. Right, so you just... Yeah, I see. I'm done. I see that something's trapped inside Paimon. I don't know how to get it out, though. I think this is, again, another part of the quest stuff I'm going to be doing later. Oh, well. But it is a interesting contrast, because this entire area sort of gives me, oil rig vibes. I get the vibe of, like a industrialist faction moving in on an oil rig and doing stuff there. Like a big industrialist faction moving in on a location to set up an oil rig. Another jellyfish. Wait a second. Did I take the thing I saw over here? No, can't do that. Oh well. Again, I'll just grab the teleport waypoint and do some exploration later. So, it is quite fascinating to see I think it's a very good, aesthetic look, because it gives this section of the map its own distinct identity, while at the same time telling the story about how the Fatui have handled these things. Or at least the marionette sections of Fatui. With this being a very clear, big operation. And oh look, more loot. In a second. I'll grab that loot after I grab this loot. That this seems to be a very big section of their operation, where they're clearly doing all sorts of experimentation and examination and and other stuff. So they're up to something, and they're clearly putting a lot of resources into it.
Dividing the loot is often a cause of conflict, but luckily for you, I don't really need this stuff.
So it is very interesting. Now, let's take care of some more robots.
Let the mountain's veins boil! Strike a pose! Everybody stand back! Ha! Open fire! Locked on! Bullseye!
And fire. Yeah, turns out when you have a gun the size of the enemy, you can take them out pretty quick.
Mora makes a lot of problems go away. So you can never have too much Mora, huh?
Yeah, and oh, there's a Shrine of Depths. I'll have to mark this for later. Okay, so... grabbing you. I don't have a key for you, do I? No, I don't. So, marking you for later. Shrine of Depths. And... so this way, it goes to the cemetery. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that the Fatui haven't desecrated it or something. You'd think that that's what they do, but then again, I'm not there yet, and this already looks super haunted, so... maybe it's a case of, let's not desecrate the clear and obvious haunted-looking cemetery. Because that is a... I don't know about you, but that sort of is a clear sign of fuck around and find out. Like, there are clearly ghosts here. Let's see here. Here lies Lightkeeper Etu. And I suppose destroying and desecrating this unnecessarily would annoy the Lightkeepers quite considerably, and likely make the Fatui's job a lot harder, because while they're certainly arrogant and all that they can't really afford to piss off every faction all at once.
Oh, no one's guarding this place, just like he said. But, where do we find the information he mentioned?
Oh, you know, just talk to him. He's right there.
This way.
How do we know you're Flynn's, though?
Let's move. We're running out of time.
Okay.
Ah! There you are! Okay, let's split up and make this happen. Or not! How are we supposed to read through this many files?
Yeah, this might be...
difficult, yes. But it is also our most efficient option.
Fair enough. Better than trying to do it ourselves, I guess.
To expose the true intentions of this Rerir, we need to dive into Nodcry's history.
Hope we don't land on our heads then.
Hopefully not. Besides, your head's nice and thick, huh?
Ghost!
What's the matter?
That file suddenly moved by itself!
Well, let's look at it. If the ghost is telling us to read it, we read it.
This is a graveyard, right, Flint? Do these things just gotta happen?
I would say no, but then again, I know Hu Tao.
Many strange things happen here, but this is not one of them.
But that file really did move by itself!
I wonder, is this the work of... Is this a work of a ghost? One of the Shades? Another character who's not here yet?
Hey! Come out! Don't scare Paimon like that!
I don't sense anything.
Wild Hunt Phenomenologue?
Hey! Another file's moving!
With a similar title, too.
Are we being given hints? I feel no hostility. On the contrary, it seems we're being aided somehow.
Yeah, it's very clear that someone is helping us. I'm not going to turn down the help, better than reading through everything.
Really? Hey! Seriously, another one? Okay then. Paimon will read this one.
So, what is this one going to find?
Phew! Finally finished. Oh, Paimon sure could use a long break from long words now. Hope she can remember it all.
The material I've read through has all been about past Wild Hunt incidents of enormous scale.
Pretty much
What
the
about
same
you?
here. So, this is...
Paimon as well. Guess that makes 3 of us.
So, each of these are large outbreaks of Wild Hunt activity.
Whatever this is, it seems to want us to notice something. Let's bring our files together and give them another look through.
Alright. Paimon will go fetch hers. All these incidents look pretty different.
But there's going to be a connection. I can feel it.
Wait. I've noticed something. Before the occurrence of these huge Wild Hunt events, a smaller scale one would erupt in the exact same location. And look. All these smaller scale Wild Hunt site reports share a common outcome.
They'd be detected, but would go inactive before any forces could be sent to deal with them. They could then be sealed directly using a tide seal stone. But why
Was Revere actively clearing these sites?
Some of these records are too old. I doubt he had regained the ability to act freely yet, or we would have met long ago.
Ah! And here's another similarity. Kuvaki in nearby soil completely drained. Could this be important somehow?
Could this be a case where the Wild Hunt was absorbing the Kuvaki and concentrating it, and that is what turned into the gems?
Kuvaki and the Wild Hunt are mutually opposed forces. We Lightkeepers previously believed that these small Wild Hunt sites would temporarily go inactive due to being neutralized by the Kuvaki present in the soil. But now that we've synthesized all this data, there is a key issue this hypothesis cannot explain.
If the Wild Hunt's power had already been neutralized, why would another large-scale Wild Hunt occur soon after?
Indeed. Despite the name, I would not call a Tideseal Stone's sealing powers watertight exactly. But for it to fail and the situation to deteriorate in such short order...
Paimon feels like she's almost got it.
Wild Hunt was not suppressed by Kuvaki. Instead, it became stronger. And Revere wants to use Aino's cannon, the ammo of which is made using... Oh, fuck! Could it be? He can use Kuvaki.
Yes, that might be it. It could be that when Kuvaki and Abyssal energies meet, the stronger side will suppress the weaker one. And while Kuvaki can indeed destroy small-scale Wild Hunt anomalies, should Revere be strong enough, the Kuvaki might be his for the taking instead.
Oh, and then that would allow him to make... Oh boy, that's bad. That's bad news, because that gun had a lot of power.
Paimon kinda gets where we're going with this.
The Abyss always seeks to corrupt. This is just like the Abyss threat the Ancient's dragons face.
What are you referring to?
Oh, we had a real close encounter with the Abyss in Netland. It's a force that tries to taint everything. It's hard to explain in detail, but basically, your reasoning makes sense.
So, Revere also grew stronger on account of the cannon being fired.
Was there a gap between him pretending to be Sergeant Major Sosi and the cannon being fired?
There was. Aino needed to make some adjustments after we finished those repairs. Revere, disguised as Sosi, left at that point.
And he knew where it would attack, so...
Leaving him more than enough time to shapeshift into you, return to the Lightkeeper's office and set up the crime scene, before heading over to the cannon's target area and absorbing the Kuvaki.
It all makes sense. And all that just for the fragment I had with me.
And, yeah.
It begs the question. What makes it so special that he needs it so badly?
That's still a mystery, and that also explains why he wanted the bone marrow. The bone marrow is like massive concentrations of Kuvaki. So if he got his hands on that, then he could use the bone marrow to basically supercharge himself, and probably get super powerful because of what it's made of. Voice from somewhere, knock.
That's odd. We shouldn't have any guests. I'll go take a look.
No, don't go alone. That's a horror movie thing. Oh. It's a bird.
Ah, it's an ibis.
Ah, Lauma.
It's carrying a letter! Oh, Lauma must have sent it. She can speak to little animals.
Yes, you can.
Let's see here.
Situation urgent. The cannon began operating shortly after we left Nasha Town and is preparing to fire.
Oh, that's bad.
It is locked on to Star Sand Shoal. Please return to Nasha Town and assist with all haste. Lauma.
He wants... That's... Okay, yeah, that's why he changed.
That's gotta be Rerear's doing. But why is he using the cannon again? Didn't he already fire it once before?
That's where our spaceship is.
No time for speculation. He's already made his preparations. If you recall, his body was incomplete when we last met. If this bombardment continues to increase his strength, he might regain his complete form.
A complete sinner, that's bad news.
What should we do? There's no way we're getting back to Nasha Town in time.
We'll have to trust them.
Let's go to the cannon's target site That's where we should find Rerir, and that's where we'll stop him.
Yep, let's go.
One moment. Just let me get this news to Lauma. Nasha Town is in their hands now.
Yeah, because if they know what is going to happen, they need to stop the cannons firing.
Go! Fly! Not a moment to lose!
Fly like the wind, birdie. Okay, this is very bad, because we have to get to Nasha Town and fix the situation before things deteriorate further.
You're here, as expected.
Ah. Oh, that was fast. Well, no need to beat around the bush.
Humans, you never change. Always trying to use powers you neither comprehend nor control.
Ah, Hot, meet Kettle. He says you're black.
But it is also thanks to you that I found a way to return.
Okay. You know, I think I've seen people lusting after this guy. People lust after a lot of characters.
You've messed with the cannon again, huh? Sorry, but this round's not gonna go your way.
Such faith in your companions.
Yep, I have faith in them.
But will the inhabitants of Nasha Town understand why they wish to stop the cannon? I think not.
Ah, I see. That's why he spread the information about the shapeshifters. That allowed him to... That'll make it harder to stop the cannon.
When all they see is the wild hunt surging up everywhere they look, the cannon must seem like their only lifeline. This is the truth I have revealed to them.
So that's why you riled them up. You were baiting them into firing the cannon.
They did this all of their own volition.
Oh, cut the bullshit. This is clear manipulation. And they did this all of their own volition. After you did the equivalent of hyping them up, giving them a gun, and then sending a bear at them.
The zealous worship of power leads only to annihilation of equally zealous proportions. True power does not heed the commands of the weak.
Yeah, and just because you're strong doesn't mean you have power.
You were waiting for us to leave Nasha Town then.
Of course. I imagine the one you call Aina would have managed to stop the cannon otherwise. Shame, then, that you proved one step too slow. In their folly, the townspeople will bar the path of all who seek to stop the cannon. And your kind-hearted, weak companions have not the stomach to deal with them. The cannon will not be stopped now.
You know, I get the feeling that he is misreading something here.
Well, sir, you look most pleased with yourself. In that case, before you put us out of our misery, I would like to ask you a question, if I may.
Oh, Flint's is about to have some fun.
See this fragment? It once haunted your dreams. But now it seems useless to you.
Yeah, Nefer exists.
What
also,
is it exactly?
Also, we have another friend in the town. I'm pretty sure Dory might do something. And yes. Oh, he's doing the classic bait. Basically going, you're going to kill us anyway, so what? Please tell us your evil plan. Hey, Magscab, welcome, welcome. I think you're just popping in on the tail end of this. Long story short, looks like the villain can use our big cannon to gain power. We have to stop him.
That is my corpse.
Oh. So that fragment is the guy's body.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, that's his corpse. Don't worry, Magscab, I understand. Work is work, and workity work.
My body was once torn into countless pieces and hurled into the swirling chaos of time itself. But even so, my life and will were not extinguished. Every last fragment calls to me. Sooner or later, they shall welcome my return.
What are you even saying?
Yeah, what are you saying? And Cat, this is not the time to crawl around my PC. Please don't go anywhere near the Ethernet cable.
Huh. So the terror of the Wild Hunt was in fact caused by scattered pieces of your corpse. I guess they don't call you one of the 5 sinners for nothing.
So this entire thing, all the Wild Hunt, is just this guy's body pieces all over the place.
Serendipity guided the fragments to construct an incomplete version of myself, upon which I began collecting more within Wild Hunt sites across the land. But each time, the fragments I obtained were hardly worth mentioning. While that which you hold in your hand was my heart.
Ah, wow, good luck. We grabbed the guy's heart.
So that's why it responded so strongly to you.
Only by retrieving this most critical piece could I gain mastery over the turbulent Kuvaki energies and be fully reborn.
Yeah, but...
Hence, you fired that first shot, hoping to regain enough power to seize the fragment from me.
Are you completely crazy? Weren't you afraid of dying?
Well, yeah, he is kind of crazy.
Dying? Such power has no hope of killing me. It may destroy my form over and over, yet always I rebuild it. It may smash my flesh and crush my bones thousands of times and more, but that is of no consequence to me.
Yeah, this guy is kind of insane. And very dangerous, though, because he's probably going to be a cockroach to keep down.
What truly infuriates me, however, is how you've destroyed my heart. All that suffering, everything I endured, and all for nothing.
Yes, you did. You fought so hard, you got so far, and in the end, it didn't really matter. Because it's going to turn out the same, you know.
I've adapted to the strength and flow of this Kuvaki. The next cannon shot will multiply my strength immeasurably. It will not be a full restoration, no. But it will be more than enough to destroy any in this world who stand in my way.
Well, yeah. Well then. And good thing the cannon's not going to fire.
Still, I suspect the Kuvaki will have rendered you down to nutrients for my consumption well before you have the time to kneel before me.
Traveler! Behind you! Look at that light!
That would be the cannon firing. A short while earlier. Loading, 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 loading. Huh?
Dang it! Who fired up the cannon without my say-so?
Its defensive barrier has also been activated, likely in anticipation of interference by malicious actors.
Ah, darn it. Why are you so... why do you have that installed? Darn it, you thought of everything.
The air is thick with fear and anxiety. It's spooking the birds and beasts. What exactly is going on?
You're here. Looks like this was all part of Rerir's plan. Not only did he plant seeds of suspicion in people's hearts, seems he's now igniting them. Yehoda's gone in to scout out the situation. She'll be back any minute.
I'm back! I'm back! Oh, it's bad out there. Rumors flying everywhere you turn. Something about the Wild Hunt preparing to spawn a wave of monsters, the likes of which we've never seen before.
Yeah, that is... Honestly, for all his evilness, our enemy is a pretty smart guy. His plan is fantastic.
But that's not even the worst of it. Lots of folks don't even believe the cannon can prevent this crisis, so they're getting ready to make a run for it. Others are trying to make a quick buck out of this whole mess.
Oh, of course they are.
How could they still be thinking about Mora when such a catastrophe is imminent?
Because they're greedy.
Unprecedented danger brings unprecedented opportunities in its wake. A chaotic situation can bury much wrongdoing.
Well, yeah, I mean, if the town's going to burn down, no one will miss it if I steal something. But so incredibly smart, but also so incredibly dumb. Well, to be entirely fair to him, he's basically operating solo. He has to do everything himself, he doesn't really have any minions, and I'm pretty sure he's missing a good chunk of his brain.
Even those who flee without reserve put themselves at the mercy of the divine. Is it any wonder, then, that some will aim to profit? After all, a gamble that might rewrite one's entire life is hard to come by.
Even so.
Well, seeing as you disapprove of their actions so strongly, Lady Moonchanter, I suggest that you be the one to handle them. Not like that's the only major problem on our plate right now.
Yeah, we have to deal with a lot of nonsense.
Affirmative. We must quell the chaos in Nasha Town as soon as possible. Also, the unexpected activation of the cannon entails a high risk of incorrect operation. This must be stopped in a timely manner.
Okay, good. That will probably help mitigate, give us an excuse.
Well, about that, people have been talking about how someone might come to stop the cannon. They've decided they won't let anyone in.
Of course.
What? I made that thing! They can't just take it from me! Ooh, let me over there. What are they gonna do? Stop me?
Probably try and probably get their ass beat.
They might, if Rerir has already formulated some countermeasure. For example, he might have spread a rumor that the Wild Hunt would take your form.
Yes. The terrifying tiny child.
Possibility high. If they view the cannon as Nasha Town's only hope, they are likely to conclude that anyone who tries to stop it must be with the Wild Hunt. We will face strong resistance, but they're just ordinary people. Brute force must be avoided, if possible.
There's no time. Let's go into the town. I'll find some way to calm the townspeople. You find a way to stop the cannon. Oh, you're back. And you have a letter?
And now they know the reason.
The Traveler won't make it back in time. So they're heading straight over to Star Sand Shoal instead.
Wait, what? Isn't that the cannon's target? Why would she go there?
Assessing risk level. Maximum.
Yep.
So if we can't prevent the cannon from being fired...
Then she's prepared for the worst.
Yeah, I'm prepared. Like, we're going to stop this somehow.
And we must ensure that her trust in us is not misplaced. Let's go.
And we'll have to do this. This is going to be a difficult situation, but may the moon's guide light be upon us. And why are things on fire, people? Who set things on fire? Really? It doesn't mean have the moon marrow in her? Yes, she does. Also, who the hell set fire to things? Like, seriously? Need to calm people down somehow.
Most of those we've met so far have been attempting to escape, so they haven't gotten in our way. But it won't be so easy from here on out. Looks like they formed groups to protect the cannon. If they believe that we're with the Wild Hunt, we'll have no choice but to force our way through.
Is that Lady Lauma? But are you really her?
Given everything, I'm going to place a bet that if the cannon does fire, that's going to fuck things over. Yeah, the moon marrow might do the trick. Who knows? Plus, there is also the Damselette who is still present. And the Damselette can get power from the Kuvaki as well. And the Damselette is probably also able to absorb that shot.
It's you, Rixa. I believe you recognize this power, having lived on Hisi Island for so long. It is not something that anyone else could imitate.
I do, yes. So it really is you, my lady. But why are you here? Really, I believe you, but the others... Well, they'll be on high alert.
And I think we're going to see the mistake Roar's made, because I don't think he understands people trust and goodwill and bonds that have been developed. I think our enemy doesn't understand the fact that sometimes people can trust and have faith.
The townspeople have been misled into believing that they needed to activate the cannon. I am here to stop them.
But...
I know what you wish to say. Our island and Nasha Town have never had close ties. There should be no reason for me to intervene. But you chose to leave the island. You had the resolve and the courage to start a new life. It is unfair, unjust, that you should be dragged into this mess just as that life was about to begin. I seek to redress this injustice, not only for you, but for everyone here who wishes to live their lives free from this chaos.
Well, she is at least decent at giving reasons.
Please, have faith in our long-standing friendship, and that this is where my heart has led me.
And that's the thing, faith. Sometimes, if you have faith and trust, then the paranoia and fear can be overcome.
Thank you, my lady. Thank you. Please help us.
Because each and every one of these people have gained the trust of the people of Nasha Town.
Then come. I need you to step forward alongside me, and to do your part too.
And get the other people to assist.
All right, I understand.
Seems we chose the right person for the job. All right, everyone. Let us meet again later.
Huh? You're not coming with us?
She has other things to do.
We won't be able to calm this storm by our power alone. As such, I'll need to contact some, let's call them friends in high places.
And this is the power of connections.
Let's go, Yehoda.
Okay. See you again, everyone. That is, if we can.
Don't worry, I'm sure we'll see each other again. Okay, now to calm the next group of people.
Remember these words. The road shall be paved with truth, and we shall pave it ourselves.
Continue onwards.
It's you, Lady Moonchanter. It's her. Everyone, it's her.
You're right, my lady. At times like these, we must rely on ourselves.
Yep. And that's actually a continuation of her arc. The idea of truth being the way to get through this.
I always knew something was off about you. You're actually some abyssal creature, aren't you?
Time to teach you a lesson you won't forget.
Calm down. Calm down, people. Oh, I guess I can't do anything there. Anyway, but I think that's the case, right? Truth and trust and faith that has been built up, long-standing friendships, that can calm things. If you know how... Huh? Yuka, hello?
Lady Moonchanter, there's a child here!
Come on, child.
It's all right now. Go, quickly.
See, that's the thing. You just need a calming voice sometimes. Something to be the guide in the darkness. Show them the way into the light, as the saying goes.
You wretched monsters! You're not getting anywhere near the cannon!
The monsters you fear do not exist here. The madness you have fallen to has been the source of untold disasters.
Yeah, seriously.
You think we had a choice?
You started the fires.
Is no excuse for greed and destruction. The choice has always been yours to make, and it remains so, even now.
Exactly. You have the freedom to choose. Now, out of the way, we have to solve this mess. Yes. Everyone has a choice in this matter.
Thank you for bringing us here. We can quickly overcome the barrier by going upward from over there.
The cannon is all yours now.
Yep, and now that Aino's there, they can disable it.
Got it. Thanks, Lauma. Inefa, give her a crown kake.
Of course.
Orders received and immediately deferred. Departure takes priority.
I do like how in effort it does get orders and does have the robot responses, but also just has that monotone sass.
Please, everyone, listen to me.
Listen to the horny lady. What?
I will not deny that we hold different beliefs, but in the face of the immense threat that hangs above us all, we must persist in trusting one another. Otherwise, rifts will surely form, prized open by those who harbor ulterior motives.
Basically, yeah. In times of crisis, people will take advantage. People will... I do like what they're going for here. The idea that crisis happens, some people take advantage, some people will turn to distrust. But you do need to trust each other and work together.
If your fear is born of helplessness, if you flee because you know not how to fight, then follow me, you who are lost. I am no god, but so long as we hold our candles steady and unite beneath the same moonlight, no deception or rumors can be concealed from us.
The truth will set you free, as the saying goes.
Let us resolve, then, to defend ourselves, and to stand firm against the false illusions by which our foe seeks to beguile us.
Yep. And that's why I trust them. They did the job. I'm so going to enjoy laughing in that guy's face. Now I'm in
Let's go,
Inefa.
Inefa. This way up. This is making me dizzier than I expected.
Okay, this is silly and I love it.
Adjusting route. Make ready.
I find that so silly looking. Just robot carrying little girl on her shoulder.
Away, small fry.
Okay, and get away, small fry. Don't have time for this.
What happened to the path?
Track missing. Fall imminent.
Come on, come on, come on! Get out of there!
Okay, got it.
Nice!
Good, good. Get on the cannon. We need to get to the cannon.
Preparing barrier breakthrough. Brace for impact.
Impact! Oh, and now we're here. Impacto! Impacto! Oh, I get it. The barrier is weakest F top. Okay, we got in. Good, good. Got into the barrier. That means we can disable the cannon. And that means his plan has failed.
What are you doing here?
Oh.
Look, a rainbow!
Preparing for dust up.
I have not fought this one yet. I do know how. I do have an idea of how to fight it.
Defensive mode engaged.
I hit it with my stick. And also just electrocute it.
Accelerating. Interference detected. Entering countermeasure mode.
If I remember correctly, you need to do this.
Easy peasy. What made you think I couldn't take out one of my own designs, huh?
Yeah. For the record, this. I figured it's something she made.
We gotta hurry.
I mean, that duck looked like something she made, and it's literally right next to her stuff.
Scanning. Kuvaki ammunition fully loaded. Preheating complete. The cannon is going through its final pre-fire checks.
Oh, all right. Let's hit the emergency brake.
Assessment. Not enough time. Emergency brake will cause internal explosion of stored Kuvaki. Damage assessment. Incalculable. Nasha Town likely to be blasted skyward.
Then let's change the firing location. Change the target.
No, I mean a manual brake, the primitive kind.
Oh?
A manual brake. Understood. Roger that.
And also smart with the perspective. Allows him to get around without using certain animations. Don't...
We are out of time.
Neffa? Neffa, change the target. Come on, Neffa, you can do it.
All your efforts have been futile.
You say that.
Now.
Perhaps you're right.
Perhaps you're right.
Why aren't you running?
Oh, because I trust them. Nope. Let all mortal flesh keep silent to the light. Let the dead bury the dead, and let the mourning live. Let living mourn the living. As I stood by the door of the golden house, guardian of the eternal flame. Okay, so it did fire. And we absorbed it. Oh, and the Fatui got caught in the blast radius. Come on. Neffa, we can't do this forever. Yep. Change the target. Push it up. Push it upwards. Push upwards. Come on, you glorious robot waifu. Come on. Yep, and now the target is above and... Oh, that was a close one. And... Darn it, looks like he's still got some power. Oh boy, that does not look good. Oh no! He's hot! Rare, blasphemer against death, erasure of Solar. If evil, why hot? Exactly. If evil, why are you hot? But we probably prevented him from getting full power.
Well, that's not good.
No, not near as much as he desired, though. We did deflect like 9... Yeah, we deflected the majority of it. It's just that it still got some.
Sluggish. Torpid. This body is a disappointment.
Oh boy, your voice just ruined all your hotness.
I can barely muster 10% of my original strength. You've ruined everything again.
Let me guess. You didn't get a human body back, did you?
Yep, he didn't. Oh. Linz, did you give him a Fey body? Linz, what did you do to him?
What's with him?
This is bad. His presence feels completely different now. He's even stronger than before.
Pitifully, Granddaughter.
Well, yeah, definitely looks like he's going through some shit.
Watch out! Whatever rationality he still had when he was searching for his body is gone. All that's left is the calamity you see before you. A monster fueled by nothing but his own obsession.
Oh, I see. So basically his recovery here basically is going to cost him his sanity. So while he's still a threat, he's not going to be an intelligent threat.
Matters not. Having a heart. Being human. It's all irrelevant. Completely and utterly insignificant.
3 of the 5. Yep.
You matter not. Does anything in this world. None of it matters to me! Fools. Time to die!
No. Also, yeah, it's full whiny emo, I know. It ruined all the aura you had.
You too have the potential to be driven mad by knowledge. But the truths you seek are so insipid, how laughable that you should die for their sake.
Alright, the attack hit the Fatui as well. And I have a feeling the Fatui are kind of pissed.
You're wrong.
Oh.
The unknown is but a fog to be dispersed. Knowledge is the true pillar of the world.
The bratty the bratty technician has arrived.
You're not the only one who got stronger.
Good to have the Harbinger on our side for a change. No, this guy didn't used to be Fatui. This guy used to be a sinner, which is a different thing. Looks like you pissed her off enough to make a mech specifically to murder you. Oh, tri-beam attack. Oh, and where is he? No, he didn't used to work for him. He's just something that he's a threat that they know of. Oh. Hello, Moon Goddess.
No, wait! This isn't over!
I think we just got teleported out by our friend. Which, honestly, was a good thing. We weren't in the condition to fight him just yet. Still, Damselette? I'm pretty sure that was the Damselette there. Yep, Damselette helped us.
We're safe?
It seems this young lady aided in our escape. You have my sincere gratitude, dear madam. The flowers here bloom in such peaceful silence. I imagine you would not have invited anyone here were it not an emergency.
Talk about a good judge of character, and yeah, he wouldn't.
Oh? I take it that means you've been here before then. In that case, I count myself fortunate to be your associate.
Columbina! What did you do that for?
You know, I'm kind of starting to like Marionette. She is kind of has that whole bratty needs to be disciplined, a bit tsundere energy going about her.
I studied his abilities inside out, equipped Polonia with comprehensive countermeasures. We were going to settle the score.
But he still broke through, did he not?
Oh god, I feel like these two are going to have a sass-off now. This is going to be so entertaining.
What? You expect a battle to be completely one-sided? I just didn't expect him to have no sense of honor whatsoever. Polonia would have been fine in a head-on clash, but battles just get chaotic.
Of course they do, of course they do.
Oh, so you actually thought you could win. Have you been taking care of yourself lately? Your calculations seem to have deviated quite seriously. Perhaps you could try sleeping and rising earlier. Or you could adopt my previous recommendation and...
Oh god, I already enjoy this.
Hey, listen here, Columbina. I tolerated your nonsense previously because we were colleagues. There's a Fatui warrant out on your head, and don't you forget that. Don't make me fight you right here and now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you'd be beaten to a pulp marionette. Oh, the conflict Yuri is a deep well here. Yeah, I agree. Lovely, delicious, toxic Yuri energy.
Oh, I was just a little concerned about you, that's all. Just like that time when you weren't making any progress with your research. So you went and cooped yourself up all alone.
That was none of your business! And don't you ever drag me out to one of your freaky hovels again!
Okay, I love this. Okay, so Marionette, if you're on the gacha, I'm going to grab you. I was probably going to do it anyway, but I'm going to grab you for certain this time.
Come on, Polonia! We're leaving! Well, anyway, thank you.
We would have been in a tight spot without you.
I was worried about you, too. Not only because the remains of the Eternal Moon Goddess cannot fall into his hands, but also because you've done much for me yourselves.
Yeah, in other words, we're friends now, Columbina.
And then well, I brought your associate along for the ride, too. But that was as much as I could do.
Don't worry, he's not going to blab, and he's kind of cool.
You're not afraid to speak your mind, miss. I like that. Please, call me Flint. It is my honor to make the acquaintance of one such as yourself.
Viridian, it's almost certain she's going to be in the gacha. There's no way she's not going to be, because basically she's the equivalent of the Archon of this region, and they already have her pop up in the Archon splash art during the anniversary. So there's like a 99.9% chance she's going to pop up and be some measure of broken. Every Archon is broken in some way.
Still, what do we do now? Riri's gotten stronger again. At this point, it doesn't seem like we can beat him.
We did block most of the Kuvaki, so I'd say we've put a lid on his plans for now at least. But we still don't know what his aims are, and he may continue gathering power. So we must be very careful.
After you left, I could no longer sense his presence.
Yeah, he probably had to go to lick his wounds and...
That means it's safe out there for now, right?
Oh, probably, I think.
A question, if I may. Kind Miss Columbina. When the cannon's Kuvaki beam was deflected earlier, I saw several bolts of energy streak toward Hisi Island, only to be blocked. Did you also have a hand in that?
I'd imagine she did.
No.
No?
I see. Curious.
That is curious. Why did...
Oh yeah, the cannon veered off course in the end, didn't it? Paimon wonders how Aino and the others are doing. Let's head back and check on them.
In that case, Miss Columbina, I shall not disturb your serenity any longer. Thank you once again for coming to the rescue.
You know, again, I like Columbina so
Go
far.
now. All of you. Do not worry.
Thank you. Fingers on her. And that took a lot of energy out of her. She helped us.
My strength still isn't returning.
I wonder why. Why is her strength not returning?
It seems my time is running out.
Like, they're definitely building up to her quote-unquote death or running out of time, which means, at least in my view, it's not going to happen. And now let's quickly head back to everyone else. I want to see how this ends, because there's no way this is not near the climax here. This feels like the climax of this, and I want to end the stream on a good high note. Looks like everything's back to normal. They put out the fires, at least. Everyone convened, recounting what happened, what they learned.
Fortunately, we were able to minimize the harm. Only a few townspeople were hurt. But the Rahyr of Solnari has now gained a complete form, while we still know nothing about his goals.
It seems we have done something akin to releasing a vicious Kukusaur into the wild.
I'd hazard a combination of fake sky fuckery, wild hunt interfering with the natural flow of energy, and probably something with the moon fragments. Yeah, I would not be surprised there. And I get the feeling that Marionette is going to help at some point, because Marionette sort of feels like a bit of a tsundere energy there.
I'm sorry. Is no one here familiar with Kukusaurs?
Yeah, remember everyone, her AI is created from the remnants of a almighty dragon lord AI.
Paimon knows what you mean, but that analogy seems more than slightly understated.
He said that this world means nothing to him, so it is possible that he doesn't have a reason to fight us at the moment. If his objective had been revenge alone, we would likely have no recourse.
True, since he doesn't really care about the world, he probably wouldn't care to put the effort into destroying it as much. He has his own goals.
Is there, still time for me to tender my resignation?
Oh, come on, Yehoda. Oh, I like the subtle scary.
Just kidding. Don't worry, boss. I know there's no running now.
Yeah, you're in too deep, Yehoda. You're not getting out.
So my cannon, my pride and joy was a hindrance rather than a help. You know what? I'm gonna dismantle it right now.
It wasn't your fault, I know, nor was it the cannon.
That's right. And it still works on normal wild hunt anomalies. Don't let this get you down, I know.
Flint's, we'll need you to attend to the aftermath with the Lightkeepers. Don't worry, I've explained everything to them. You're in the clear.
Okay, good. Good thing we have the most trusted information broker on our side.
My thanks. For that and for everything else I hear you did to help us arrive at the truth.
Had you been willing to show yourself in public more often, you would not have been so easy to isolate, you know.
Basically, if you had actually been a bit more social.
Point taken. I will give that some thought. I suppose that's one way I'd benefit from replacing Sergeant Major Sosi.
You mean you're being promoted?
Well, makes sense. He is pretty powerful, he's pretty skilled, but... Oh, he's joking.
Was Paimon the only one who didn't get that?
Well, if you've got a moment, would you like to come with me?
Sure. And I guess everyone else is dispersing to their own things.
There's a certain gentleman I'd like to send off on his final journey.
Ah, I see. We have to give him a funeral. And...
This man was like a lighthouse.
Bow your heads in mourning, people.
Here he lived as if it were a mere matter of course, and brought light and grace to those around him. But people, once used to illumination, are apt to ignore the lantern's presence.
Alright, if you're used to the sunlight, you're not going to notice the lantern flicker.
Slowly, gradually, he came to think as such himself. I have achieved too little. I must do better. There is more work to be done. Perhaps his end was tragic. But I remain proud of the way in which he illuminated the path for others. Every shadow born of the light shall remember it.
Yep, they will remember his light and remember the time with him.
Oh, poor guy.
I once heard the tale of the Lantern Fae.
I've heard that one too.
And I'd like to say the same to him. There's no need to be so fixated on the outcome.
Is that so? Well, you're right. It may seem that our efforts were in vain, that Rerir achieved his goals.
But we hindered him, we crippled it.
But we will pursue him to the last, even if the outcome is not what we wish for.
Exactly.
It is not dissimilar to the role of a graveyard keeper. We do not seek to bring the dead back to life, only to grant them peace.
You know, I think there's going to be a lot of death parallels going on here as well. I'm glad to hear that's how you see it.
Oh, what are you two talking about? Care to explain?
Nothing right now, Paimon. I'll tell you when we get back.
Okay.
Either way, the Lantern Fae is not playing the leading role in these final rites. Lightbearer, with your blood you have paved the road to glory and justice. Even as we hurry on, bruised and battered though we may be, stay a while and look back upon the world and all its love and hatred, until it closes its eyes in the depths of night, and a lantern lit for you alone flickers softly into life. Thank you for everything, Sergeant Major Sosi.
We didn't see him for long, but he did seem like a good guy. Follow... Oh, the Lunatar. Follow the Lunatar. Optional objective? Follow the Lunatar. Okay. Chat with Lauma. Chat with Dory. Okay. I guess we can chat with all the other people as well. So... let's do a quick chat with everyone. Okay, let's go to the town and see what's going on here. Want to end... I don't want to end without going through everything after all. So... let's exit. So I go over there.
Let's rock.
Chat with Nefer, chat with Lauma, chat with Dory. This is clearly the epilogues. Ah, here it is.
Boss, do you remember that thing that I wanted to ask your opinion about? On a scale of 1 to 10, how much effort should the Curatorium of Secrets put in if we were to work with others again? Is that a 1? Isn't that kinda low?
Guess again.
That's a 10.
Wait. You mean 0? But wouldn't we just be slapping our brand on the joint venture and calling it a day? Why even team up at that point?
Yehoda, what I mean to say is that there's neither an upper nor lower limit.
Aw, that's just like you, boss. Always thinking ahead.
You have to adjust these things.
Wait a minute. That's not an answer at all. Is it? Oh, come on. Just give me a number, boss. Please.
That's 1. That's 1 optional objective. So let's now Let's now talk to Dory, who should be over here. Navigate to Dory. Like, I want to see what all the little things, because I don't know if I will be able to see them again afterwards, but okay, here's Dory. How are you taking advantage of this crisis, Dory?
What brings you here? Didn't expect to see you around again.
And where have you been, huh? Didn't run away or anything, did ya?
No, probably made a profit.
Oh, of course not. I was simply elsewhere discussing business deals. Indeed, it was all thanks to you that my little store was saved. I am grateful, so grateful.
Okay, so you can cut it with the acting now.
What? Why, I wasn't acting in the slightest.
Really, Dory? Really?
And didn't I tell you that my prices were reasonable? Oh, but you still turn to that curatorium of secrets, or whatever it is they call it. If even regulars such as you abandon ship like this, what can a businesswoman do but take her wares elsewhere?
You're way too wary of the curatorium.
And how should I not be, Running small overseas enterprises is no mean feat. Never mind when such formidable competition exists. Forget it. Fortune and destiny are as one, so there is no use complaining. It's not as if Nefer did me no favors on account of our common homeland when I first arrived. If anything is to blame, it is the lack of opportunity to have her owe me in turn big time. Now then, should she ever need anything, you make sure, make doubly sure, to inform me first, alright?
Sure. Honestly, when I was playing the quest, I thought to talk to you a few times myself. Okay, so now, here's Lynn's. Oh, Lynn's over there. Where's everyone else? Okay, okay, another Flynn's over there, and I have no idea where Neff. Let's pop over here quickly just to see if it's over here. Then, if I can't find where... Why is Flynn's over here? Oh no, that's the boss fight. So it should be over here somewhere. Oh wait, yeah, here they are. I don't know why it had Flynn's on the list.
Flynn's? Don't see you coming around here often. Just feel free to take a look. I'm busy right now.
Well, I've come to visit you, Miss Aino. Here, I've brought some snacks from town in their traditional butter flavor. So, where should I leave them?
Once again, why I'm hungry.
Shh, Inefa might hear you. So, what's the occasion? Are you gonna say that the Rat Niki will be taking over all Wild Hunt incidents after that hiccup with the cannon?
And criticize a genius like yourself on account of results that none of us could anticipate. We would not be that crass.
Yeah, pretty much.
If we really did do that, I dare say we shall never again see technological breakthroughs.
Sweet talker.
It gladdens me to have set your heart at ease.
It does. It does.
Anyway, what's the matter exactly?
Well, could you help me repair this lantern? I did bring it to Nasha Town to get it fixed, but it broke again during our previous battle.
You know, when I was blocking the massive cannon shot.
You want a genius like me to go fix a lantern?
Oh, it's a special lantern.
Oh, my apologies. Perhaps this request should be better directed to Miss Inefa, and perhaps the snacks too.
And he knows exactly how to bribe and manipulate her.
I mean, I can totally do this, no problem. Wait right there. I'll be done before you can say fix it.
Much obliged, then.
And next time this happens to you, make sure to come to me first, you hear?
I like these fun little interactions between characters. Really helps flesh them out. And so if that one's there, and that... Oh, there she is. I think she is the last one here. Here, because, like, optional objectives, Inefa and Lauma. Got it. So, yeah. This is the last one of the extra scenes I wanted to see. What is this about?
Krumkake creation complete. Please, enjoy while it's hot.
Alright, that was a deferred order.
Thank you for going to the trouble of remembering that, Miss Inefa. May this taste bear witness to a friendship that will endure forever and a day.
Understood. However, I fear that krumkakes do not keep for that long. A week at most may pass before their taste deteriorates.
That's not quite what I meant by...
Huh? We appeared to have some guests.
They must have followed the aroma of the krumkake. It's all right. Come closer. Inefa's a friend.
Yeah, she's just a robot.
Affirmative. In fact, I can devise a cereal omelet based on individual preferences before crushing it into servings to share around.
Aw. All the animals.
What are they saying?
They are discussing your address. They wish to go home with you.
Of course, you feed the animals and they will never go away. That was a fun little detour for the optional objectives. Now let's go see what the main objective was. Now just, how the hell did I get up there? I guess I'm going to be climbing. Thankfully I can get a bit of a boost with this. Okay, now what was going on?
Hey, it's the Lanatar! Should we go after her? Or do you have someone else you'd like to meet?
Yep, now, don't worry, we've seen everyone we need to meet. Let's finish up here. So, Lanatar, where are we going? What do you want to show us? Okay. I do like these. These are nice little ways of both giving us a good view, a good bit of travel speed, but also allowing us to see some interesting stuff. Oh.
Columbina! What are you doing here? Was it not you who recommended such walkabouts to me?
True.
Yeah, but aren't you afraid the Fatui will see you?
I mean, it's not like they can do anything to her.
Zandrone seems uninterested in my capture, and the others are unlikely to risk making contact at all. They have more troublesome affairs to deal with.
And the lesser guys would be stomped. Rerir is, if I had to guess, he is a threat to all who live in Nodcry.
Well, it's good to come out for a walk either way. So, how do you feel? Is Nasha Town to your liking?
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure we'll have a proper date with her at some point, Viridian.
The flow of Kuvaki is somewhat turbulent, and the people are ill at ease.
But?
However? Is this where you purchased the dishes you treated me to?
Oh yeah. Food can do a lot.
Are you serious? That's what she's concerned about? Berries and fried meat?
Oh, come on. Food is food, and tasty food is tasty food.
Well, we can take you to grab a bite if you'd like to. There's all sorts of delicious stuff out here that you won't get to try at home. You've been quite subdued. Thorny questions on your mind, perhaps?
I'm concerned about Rerir. Okay, so... first off...
I could not gain any insight into his schemes, I fear.
That's the unfortunate thing.
Now that he has donned a shape and form, selling his power short would prove a fatal error.
I figured as much. We're gonna have to work hard to deal with that.
That power of his plays host to an obsession that borders on mania.
I cannot say if that fixation is directed at the moons or at something else. Perhaps understanding the subject of his fixation shall prove key to repelling him in the future.
Yeah, that will probably be the case. If we know what he's fixated on, it will be easier to deal with. Let's talk about the Fatui.
Well, Sandrone's daily routine is highly irregular, while the doctor often orders people around. As for Arlecchino...
We know of her.
Was that not what you were curious about? Well then, have you been to that experimental design bureau of theirs? That weapon will play a key role in the Tsaritsa's plan. That's what I've heard, anyway.
Okay, but what is the weapon?
And what plan is that precisely? Well, I cannot say I care.
And of course, because she was the detached goddess that sort of just did her own thing. And finally, our spaceship.
I could look into the Eternal Moon's marrow for you if you wish it so. But after our previous attempt, I suspect your spaceship has been intentionally hidden away.
I figured as much, because otherwise people would have found it by now.
Perhaps someone has certain truths they wish to hide from you, or from others.
Yeah, something is so suspicious. How did Aether see it get from the outside? Something is off.
And I doubt there are many who could accomplish such a feat.
Yeah, and I'm good for now.
I still wish to return to the moon that belongs to me. That is where the answers lie buried. That is my true home.
Don't worry, Columbina. You'll get there eventually. And with that, we reach the end of this story. Oh.
Interesting.
Looks like he found her place of residence.
You followed me this far. Why not show your face?
Haha! Right you are. I forgot to introduce myself.
Varka? Is that you?
The name's Varka, Knight of Boreas, and Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius.
Of course, this guy is... Of course. That is... Varka's on my other part of my list of characters to roll. And with that done, I think we've reached... Let me get the moon in the good shot. We think we've reached a good part to end the story for now. Now, I might take us, not quite sure exactly what I'll do next with the next stream, but I think that was a fun story. Very well put together. Honestly, a step up from previous storylines. They're really hitting their stride here. I look forward to seeing how things go next time in the next part of the story. Anyway, I think the next thing we're going to be taking part in with this is... Oh, claim my rewards. Yoink. Yoink. Yeah, classic JRPG nonsense. The next thing we're going to be focused on will be... Not that one. This one. Because this is a limited time event, and it gets me a good weapon catalyst that's good for Lauma. Plus, you know, Primo Gems as usual. Still, I say this has been a fantastic session. There were a lot of people coming in, and I very much enjoyed it, everyone. So, until next time, everyone, thank you for coming, and have a good night. Until then, bye-bye!
When you lose your way, gaining some altitude can bring some perspective.